some ideas off each other really quick. I'll just open with, I remember it was in the summer. I was river guiding, I was raft guiding, and I took someone into town, and I had a friend who was, believe it or not, a more hardcore fan than I was, and they had a secret website. Did you hear about this?
I did hear about
Yeah,
that.
they had a secret website where they were releasing like little ciphers, little notes that were signed from this secret person or non-known person named Clancy.
Yes.
And you know about Clancy,
Yep.
right? Connor, what was your experience a little bit with that time period following up to the release of Trench, the hype that followed there? Because really quick, there was a hiatus of 3 years.
Yes. Okay.
Blurryface.
Yes.
Blurryface came out, and then it was 3 years later. It would have been, in my opinion, a very long stretch without
Long
21
time.
Pilots. It'd been a minute.
Yeah.
But when they finally came back, they weren't messing around. They built
Right.
it up really
Right.
well.
Oh yeah.
What were your thoughts with with the gap, the trenches, the building up to it, the building
Okay.
of? What do you think, man?
Yeah. So do you want me to start like back when like I first like found out about the band, or?
Yeah, man. You tell us. You
Okay.
tell us.
Okay, so in 2015, I didn't even know 21 Pilots at all before Blurryface, probably like most of the fans. And the first time I heard them, I was working at Pizza Pie Cafe at the time in St. George. And Tearing My Heart came on, I remember. And I'm like, man, what is this song? I love this song. And I looked it up, and it was 21 Pilots. And then just went through the whole Blurryface album, and that's how I found out about it. The rest is history.
The rest is history, absolutely.
And that was like my favorite album at the time. And there were no more albums coming out for the next 2 years, and I went on my mission, and Trench came out when I was on my mission, so I didn't even get to hear it until I got back from my mission. Almost a year later it came out.
Right.
So, and Trench is my favorite album so far by 21 Pilots.
Absolutely.
I just love the storyline.
For sure.
Yeah.
So I will say, kind of a tragedy that you're on your mission. Absolutely. Good for you serving the Lord, but what? I mean, I remember, I think like the building up to the experience was as part of the experience that's the experience
Right.
was, I use
But
experience a lot.
one story on my mission on a P-Day, I
Mhm.
saw the Trench album in Walmart on my mission, and I bought it.
Hey, there you go,
I didn't
man.
listen to it though, but I bought it.
You bought it. Hey, you had it.
I had
You
it, but
had
I
it
couldn't
there.
listen to it.
Wasn't listening to it,
Right. It
but
was
he
a
owned it.
sacrifice.
Absolutely.
I'm impressed.
Something that goes along with this is there was a lot of story building from this character Clancy. Clancy is this character that isn't supposed to directly represent Tyler, but more of a archetype of what Tyler is when he's trying to escape from Dima.
Right.
Dima, I keep using this word. Dima is this place that represents Tyler's insecurities, everything that's bad about the dark side of his mind
Right.
represents, but it's a physical location. What Trench kind of allowed was kind of taking all these mental and emotional ideas and transforming them into physical places, embodied by different characters, by different, even we get introduced to Ned later,
Yeah.
which is, I don't even know what to call that creature, like a jackalope alien?
When I first saw him, I was like, who in the world is this? Because the first video he came on was Chlorine, wasn't it?
Right, yeah.
I was like, who is this weird creature?
Yeah, it's like this little CGI horn thing, and it actually also plays into a bigger part, but we've been chit-chatting for a second. I think we should actually just, let you hear what 21 Pilots has done. Let's
let's do it.
start with a little bit of their older stuff, and
Move on.
hopefully we're not stressing you out, but if you are, we relate.
That was great. That was
That
great.
was fantastic.
Couldn't have gone any better.
Did you finish the video? You did?
Yes, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I could definitely help with that.
Oh, yeah.
I wish I found some chords in it.
That's 21 Pilots, probably the most well-known song in the long ride, Stressed out. Hopefully we're making you feel a little less stressed out, not more stressed out. I will say, as far as, I consume a lot of music, almost as much as I breathe, but I will say that drum beat that goes, the breakdown right before we go into the chorus is probably one of my favorite things in all of music that Josh done. Just the, you know, it's just breathtaking. Yeah, so once again, Logan struggles and fumbles a lot of the technical side. You know, we're having a good time talking, but Jordan's mic is on.
Hello.
Yes, now you can hear him. I realized you've said quite a few lines that our audience probably, yeah, it's a work in progress. If you're still with us, thank you. Thank you for
Yes,
putting
thank
up
you.
with, you know, kind of struggling, but having a good time. Having a good time.
Oh,
It's a
Yeah.
great time. It's a blast.
Absolutely. So Connor talked a little bit about how he was introduced to the band. I'll talk about mine. I had a buddy by my same name that I was hanging out with, and he played a song called Heavy Dirty Soul.
That's a great song.
Great song. I did not like it when I first heard it.
Really?
I was in a place where I hated rap. You know, I feel like we all have that phase,
We do.
especially
That's
like growing up in our
We do,
culture. It's
yeah.
like mom and dad are like, I don't get it. It's dumb.
Yeah,
And of course.
my parents hate rap.
Exactly. A lot of the times they have their, you know, their rock and roll, and then
Yeah.
rap is like too far for them. you
Yeah.
know? I definitely had that. I was like, this is rap. I don't listen to rap, you know, thinking I'm high and mighty or something. This song, you know, Stressed Out, I think it was actually Ride that was probably the next one that hit me, that I was like, yeah, Tearing My Heart, House of Gold,
Great
you know,
song.
Slowly Ease, and then I Hit the Judge. It was probably, that was like 8th grade for me. 9th grade was when I hit like, dude, it was a whole new world of discovering music. I went through when I like studied Blurry Face, right?
Wow, yeah.
Which back then Blurry Face was just the title, you know.
Right.
Blurry Face now is embodied by a person, you know.
Yeah.
That's true.
We'll get more into that, you know, talking about the world building. So they did take the 3-year hiatus,
They did.
but they went into intense world building. We talked about Dima, we talked about Clancy. What we're gonna talk about now is we're gonna talk about the Bishops. Connor, Jordan, one of you guys, go to you a bone. What do you guys first experiences of like figuring out? I want to say is a Nico, representing Blurry Face. Actually, real quick question for you guys: have you guys seen the Blurry Face album cover when you take off the black thing?
Yes.
Like on the CD?
Yes.
Have you seen that?
I have not.
I'm seeing Jordan's like puzzled face.
Is it
Yes.
like the face?
Yes.
type? Yes, I've seen
Yes.
that. Yes.
So I didn't know about this until I like was scrolling Reddit at 3 a.m. one time, you know. But yeah, you take off that black like
Yeah.
sheet.
It creeped me out the first time I saw it.
Exactly.
Kind of need to see this.
It's creepy, but it's really
Yeah,
cool. It kind of, I mean, obviously there's a lot of symbolism and double meanings in a lot of these lyrics, but that one goes to represent. It has the face.
Yep.
It looks really cool, scary.
Yeah.
But when we get to see the album and people are just looking at the surface, we get to zoom in on each like individual insecurity, right? And behind it's the face, but when we focus on it just in this little bubble, it's kind of like I'm presenting on a platter
Yeah.
my mental struggle, you know, and other people can see it, but they're not seeing the full picture. It's
Right.
messy.
Right.
They flow into each other.
Yeah.
It's scary, but I just get to see the collective part, right? And I will say Twin Unplugged's really good at doing that. They've
Yeah.
kind of broken it down and made it even more like you can loosely interpret it how you want to see it. But tell us a little bit about Nico and the Niners. Connor?
Yeah, so Nico, the first time I ever like heard of the name was in the song Nico and the Niners, and the music video was great, by the way, in that song. But well, like I was kind of confused because like the first time I heard it was off of My Mission, so like I didn't really know like who Nico was. I kind of thought he was probably like one of the bishops or something like that, but I did my research and it's the whole storyline. Like if you're familiar with it, you'll understand, but if you're not, like you'll have to like do your research leading up to it, like to that point.
Right. We'll try and explain a little bit, but to switch it over, Jordan, banditos. Are you familiar with this term
Yes.
and what they represent?
Somewhat, yeah.
Okay, tell us what you've heard, what you understand at least.
So basically, when I first heard them,
I was like, this is pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
But like, I didn't know like who it was, so like,
it didn't take hours of Google searches, but that's what it felt like.
Right.
and when I finally was like found him and like looking at the other stuff,
I'm
I'm
like, okay, yeah, these guys are cool. I can respect that.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So these guys, I mean, from what you guys said, Jordan kind of says these guys are the awesome ones. He's
Yes.
the one that said, Connor says these guys are like the not so cool.
The
so
bad, yeah.
exactly
The bad guys.
So to put it in like simpler terms, it is good versus bad, but it is the banditos are these like rebels,
Mhm.
right? Rebels
Right.
rebelling against the bishops, which are these rulers of Dima, right? And it's called Nico and the Niners. So
Yep.
there's 9 bishops. Nico's the leader, his full name being Nicholas Bourbaki,
Yes.
right?
So
Also represented by Blurry Face.
yeah, I have so like if you've noticed on the cover of Blurry Face, there's 9 circles,
Mhm.
and those aren't those the bishops?
Yes.
Yes.
And each bishop represents an individual insecurity of
Mhm.
Tyler's.
Right.
Also at the center of Dima,
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the exact name. I think it wasn't Ziggurats, but it was something
No.
like that. But it's like they're supposed to represent buildings
Yeah.
that ancient times people would bring their dead to the top
Right.
to be disposed of. Like they
Right.
just get be carry on, and
Yeah.
come take it down.
Yeah.
But 9 pillars, 9 bishops, Nico and the Niners, absolutely. Any more thoughts, you guys?
I can't think of anything else
No,
right now.
no. Okay. So transitioning, what Connor and Jordan were telling me before we hopped back on was the way he phrased it was I listened to Stressed Out and I listened to Tear in My Heart and I said, is that the same band?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Was that really by the same people?
Yeah, so the first time I like heard the band, I heard "Tear in My Heart" and then I heard "Stressed Out." I'm like, this cannot be the same band. But both of those songs are from the same album, so it's
Yes.
like crazy.
They're so diverse, but not
Yeah.
only are they
Yeah.
cohesive
Yeah,
and so different, but they're from the same album.
exactly.
Right? And that's not even taking into account that this is, I don't know what that would be. That would probably be their 4th, at least Tyler Joseph, lead singer,
Yeah.
his 4th album.
Mhm.
As a band, they started with 21 Pilots, their self-titled album, right?
Yeah.
And then they went on, they had Vessel, but I think it was beforehand that they were going to release Regional at Best, but then they
Yes.
got signed
Got
by,
signed by different label.
Fueled by Ramen.
Fueled by Ramen.
and so they have 2 produced records,
Mhm.
and then they had Blurry Face. So Blurry Face was their 3rd with Tyler and Josh Dunn.
Mhm.
What diversity, right?
Yeah.
Like, I can't find a song that I don't like, you know? Like I said, I initially had a hard time with Heavy Dirty Soul, but
Yeah. Well,
even when this guy's rapping,
even in the same song, sometimes it sounds like a totally different band, like
Oh,
"Ode to
that's
Sleep."
true. Ode
"Ode
to
to Sleep."
Sleep.
Like there's a rap verse, and then like the
What a
chorus is like a rock.
fantastic
Yeah.
point. You're right.
Yeah, it's insane.
Absolutely. I would say, I used to tell my friends that's probably what, like, bipolar
Mhm.
sounds like,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Right?
Like what?
I
What?
almost imagine, like, looking at yin and yang when I listen to it. Right? Because it's like the night part. No, actually, that's the morning part. It's,
I'll stay awake.
yeah. I'll stay awake. Sing songy when you wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
Stars now taking prisoners tonight. And then it's.
Bum, 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 bum,
Yeah.
bum,
Dun,
bum.
dun, 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 dun. I rip my heart apart, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. He just goes fast.
And yeah, and he spits it
Insane.
metaphorically.
Yeah.
Can't say that. Which is like the only bad word, right, that Tyler's ever
Yeah.
said on our record,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
bad, you know.
Yeah.
He says metaphorically. Anyway,
Yeah.
check out the song. We kind of touched on it earlier with the outside being very incongruent with how it looks
Mhm.
and how it sounds, right?
Right.
That's kind of a motif of 21 Pilots, right? Having something sound one way. Oh, what's the line? It's in a Blurry Face song. He says, This one's a contradiction because of how happy it sounds when the lyrics are so down. You know?
That's tearing my heart.
Yeah,
That's
it's Tearing My Heart, which is one of
yeah.
their singles. You know, he talks about how a lot of the time he'll be like, "This is a happy song," and then you're like,
The
"Oh,
song-
okay, let me listen to what he's saying." And like,
The songs on the radio are okay.
my taste in music is your face, you know. But I think they've leaned into it. And I think they've grown through having the cognitive dissonance where you're
Right.
like, something's off, and I feel like it's almost driven people to explore more.
Yeah.
We've kind of been talking for a minute. I'll just quickly transition. I will talk about my favorite music video. I liked this new one. We'll talk about more specifics after this next song, but I'll say my favorite music video that I've seen, it's more of a standalone. It's from Trench era, 4th song on the record, My Blood,
Yes.
right? Tyler and Josh are seen in it, but they're definitely not the main focus.
No
right?
way.
Kind of take a back seat, and not saying that I love that they're in the back seat, but I love the direction that they chose to take that music video, right?
Relatable.
Exactly. And My Blood was probably one of their more ambiguous songs,
Yeah.
you know?
Mhm.
My Blood, is he talking about, you know, self-inflicted harm?
Right, exactly.
You don't need to run like when blood runs. Is he talking about my blood as in like I'm talking about my family, like blood relative? Because we'll talk more about, you know, his relationship with his brothers. It's shown in the Stressed Out music video. He values family. It's very important to him.
Right.
My Blood could be talking about, you know, someone that's so close to you that you feel that they're a relative and they don't need to run away from, you know, the anxiety, the depression, the pressures that they feel. Without further ado, let's hear what you guys think. Give us a call. Feel free. But this is My Blood. Here we go.
Yeah.
Pilots and their double meanings. My blood. Ability to run. We talked about, is it relatives? Is it actual blood? We don't know. But a lot of interpretation, right? Leads us straight into what the hour is dedicated to. Is 21 Pilots' new music video, The Outside. We talked about the cognitive dissonance. We haven't really gotten into details yet, right?
Right, exactly.
Connor, tell us your overall, you know, the visuals, the what you interpreted. Just tell us a little bit about it, you know, for those of us who haven't seen it.
Yeah, so the Outside music video. So if you've seen the Outside music video, it leads off, like the start of the Outside music video basically leads off right where Saturday left off. So, well, it starts off with like one of the bishops, you know, and he's like doing his thing.
Whatever he's doing.
Yeah, whatever the heck he's doing, and then it shows Tyler climbing on the sand out of the water, and Josh is there with like his flame stick thing, and then they start like going on this island, and then Josh sees something. He hurries and sprints inside this little cave tunnel.
Wait, real quick. I think you skipped a crucial detail. At the beginning, what happens to that bishop? He's just chilling in the middle doing his thing. What happens to him?
Does he die?
I thought so, but basically all the other bishops just knife him.
Yeah, that's
Like,
right.
they all just whip out blades.
They knife him.
I thought these guys were on the same team. I don't know if it was Nico. I don't think it was.
I don't think it was Nico.
It was just one of the bishops, and next thing you know, it's just like blades are flying from all these red robes, and we're like,
everywhere.
what is going on? And this dude drops to the floor.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, continue. Sorry, I just felt like that.
No, that was super important.
I remember, I had a hard time like comprehending the rest of what happened.
That was confusing for me to.
Because all of a sudden you just see a guy just get knifed to death, and then it's just like act like nothing happened.
What a way to start off a video.
Right? At least we got your attention. Absolutely.
Right. So and then where was I? And then Josh, he sees something in one of the tunnel things, and he sprints in there, and so does Tyler. And then it happened to be a Ned. I don't know how familiar everyone is with it, but
do your best. I want to hear your darndest explanation of a Ned.
Ned. So he's a character. I don't know if he's like I don't know if he's an animal or if he's like, I don't know what he is. An alien?
Dude, he's somewhere in between, right?
Yeah. So he's kind of like a Stitch. I don't know.
Oh, that's a great point. I've never thought.
Yeah, I don't know. So if you haven't seen Ned, what he looks like, he's this white creature thing with like horns on top of his head. And
That's great.
I don't know.
I would say he looks like two Disney things, right?
Okay.
First is the Jackalope
Jackalope.
from Bounding,
Yes.
mixed
Okay.
with Stitch.
Yes,
Would
exactly.
you say that's a pretty good?
That's a good.
like it's not a
comparison.
perfect mashup, but
That's
like
the best you can get.
that's exactly
Yeah.
I think that's the best you can get. Like there ain't nothing like Ned but Ned, you know?
Right.
I was thinking that or like Gollum, like a
Oh, Gollum.
miniature Gollum.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
yeah. Like his cousin or something like that.
He's somewhere between adorable and horrifying.
Exactly.
I don't know how that works, you know? You're like, oh, he's so cute. I want to run away.
Yeah,
No?
he should be a good guy though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll talk about more what like he represents later, but keep going with the rest
the
of the
video?
video. Yeah.
Yeah, so, and then like in the rap part, if you've heard the outside song, like the rap part, like Tyler is holding this flame stick and he's rapping in this tunnel. It's a super awesome scene. It's probably my favorite scene in the whole music video, like halfway through it. And then he gets out, he joins a whole bunch of Neds. Like there's not just one Ned. There's like 10 to 20 other Neds in the music video. They're like a big family or something like that.
Right.
So
Right.
I was not expecting that at all.
I have no idea what that means. Like,
Yeah.
Personally, like.
Yeah, I think all that's gonna lead into the next album. I think all those Neds are gonna help in the next album.
Absolutely, that'll be something really interesting to talk about.
Yeah.
So one of the Neds comes over and gives Tyler his antlers.
His antlers. Yeah. Oh, that's another thing. At the start of the music video, the bishop was holding some antlers.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
And the antlers probably control something. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what they mean or anything.
So at least from what I saw, there were three things that were like connected. I'm not sure how.
Okay.
Trash the Dragon
Yeah.
had his glowing eyes.
Yes, he
Which
did.
also, I'm just
And then he
suddenly
passed out
realizing,
at the start of it.
21 Pilots has an unreleased song called Glowing Eyes. Like,
Glowing eyes.
random thing I just thought I'd point out.
Regional.
But Trash the Dragon's eyes glow.
Yeah.
The Bishop's eyes glow.
Mhm.
Tyler's eyes glow.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And at the end, at the beginning we see the antlers, and then at the end, when Ned gets the antlers to Tyler, Tyler's like using them, and for some reason the Bishop in Dima
Yeah.
is being controlled by him.
Yeah, like
That's
Tyler
a
with the
good point.
antlers are controlling him, and he like passes out, dies at the end of the music video or something. The bishop. I don't know if he
I
dies.
think I just had a revelation what that kind of means.
Yeah.
Yes. Finish telling us about the story or of the music video, and then I'm gonna have to play a song to help illustrate.
Oh, you're good.
and-
You're
and
good.
Lead into
You're good.
what I think. 'Cause I think I just had like an epiphany kind of.
So after he sees all the Neds, he gets out and he sees, I think it's the main Ned outside, and he's holding his antlers, gives them to Tyler, and then what we just talked about, Tyler's controlling it, the antlers, and he's controlling the bishop. It looks like in the music video. You'll have to see it.
The dead one, the one that we got knifed.
Yes,
got
the
died,
one
right?
that got knifed. And then it ends on like a cliffhanger. The music video, like it shows like all these people holding up like the flame torch things out in the distance. There's like some land or something out there, and then it shows these two characters I think were in a previous music video at the very end. I think it was in the Nico and the Niners music video or
Oh, those two
Levitate, one of
kids
those.
that were-
Yeah, those two kids at the end holding the
Yeah.
torches. They might have. I think they're part of the Banditos.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That is a great point.
Yeah.
A couple things I want to point out just on that is
Mhm.
that another important music video to play off of, mostly going with these, is a lot of the trench era, right? Most importantly, Nico and the Niners,
Yep.
jumpsuit.
Jumpsuit.
And
Oh, jumpsuit music video.
what's the one after jumpsuit? Levitate.
Levitate.
Levitate. Out of order, Nico and the Niners goes first, not
Yeah.
first in the album, like number 9 in the album.
Mhm.
Nico and the Niners jumpsuit first.
Or Heavy Dirty Soul leads into Jumpsuit, doesn't it?
Oh,
Heavy
you're
Dirty Soul
right, you're
Heavy
right.
Dirty Soul music video leads into Jumpsuit, and then Jumpsuit I
Uh-huh.
think goes to Nico and the Niners,
Yes.
and then
Because we start with him being in the trench,
yes,
right? A trench is like a thing of war that's
Mhm.
supposed to like represent like in between, like you're on one side opposing, but there's no man's land.
right,
We get to see him in like a big trench with his friends.
Mhm.
It's kind of more used as like a rut or like a pit that he's in.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
He's at the bottom of a canyon,
Mhm.
and in this canyon. It's just him and his Nico
Yeah.
devil
Yeah.
almost rides in on his white horse and is like, I'm dragging you back to hell, kind of, right?
Exactly.
And then his family and friends are at the top
Top watching.
and throw down some yellow petals,
Yellow
and
petals.
try and like remind him, and all of a sudden he wakes up and he tries to run away. He gets away a little bit, but Nico still catches up, right? Nico catches and brings him back to Dima. We pick up in Nico and the Niners,
Right.
right? End of Nico and the Niners is the Banditos escaping from Dima,
Yes.
going into Levitate,
Mm-hmm.
and we get to see them being excited, being glad that they're escaped. And then what happens? Nico brings them back.
brings him back.
Yep, we get to see
He
Tyler chilling,
cannot,
having a good
yeah,
time.
He
And
cannot
Nico's
escape
like,
Nico.
yeah, what the heck?
He
Nico's
cannot
like,
escape.
yeah, I'm coming, like, grabs him by the neck and just drags him back, you know?
Yeah.
So a lot of, like, on the head stuff, but a lot of, you know, imagery that's meant to be interpreted.
Mm-hmm.
I have a really interesting theory that I think you'll like. But it's gonna require me playing the song that comes right after
Oh yeah.
My Blood in the Trench album. And
Okay.
I'll just explain to you afterwards.
Okay.
The big connections. You've heard it before.
Yeah.
I don't want to taint like the listeners in case they haven't heard it, their experience listening to it.
Mhm.
Maybe I'll point it out after we go off air. But anyway,
Okay.
this is Chlorine,
All right.
21 Pilots, Thunder 91. Thunder 91, Chlorine by 21 Pilots, you know, the band of the hour. Actually, that song is about 5 minutes long. It has a longer intro and outro, and the outro is really interesting, but just for time's sake, this hour flew by.
It
did,
did.
really did.
It feels like it's been like 10 minutes.
Exactly, dude. We've been so passionate, having a good time that I whew, can't believe it. So in the little break while we were listening to Chlorine, I quickly shot off my epiphany so it didn't escape me. I quickly told Jordan and Connor, like, guys, this is what I think it means. Here's what appeared to me. So first, before we go on, I have to explain what that song meant, right? Chlorine, the idea of chlorine, there's a couple of things that go into it. The number one that's less applicable is that for trench goes, the initials sipping on straight chlorine is a, what's it, let me break it down, not an anagram. but like
Metaphor.
Metaphor?
no, it's
No.
like a,
Symbolism.
it's like when you shorten like FBI when you shorten it to like letters, you
Yeah.
know. I can't think of what it's called, but basically it's sipping on straight SOS chlorine, which is atomic is CL. So it's supposed to be save our souls, Clancy,
Oh.
right?
That
So-
makes sense.
So it's kind of a letter from
Yeah.
Clancy,
Yeah.
like a hidden one, and a lot of these have to be like, I'd say this one is less have to be subtle because this one's like I'm advocating to be a bandito. Skeleton and Icy very much not like that.
Yeah.
Like the bishops have control and it's all propaganda. This one he's like SOS, like save me. But more importantly, I think maybe what it's saving him from is this chlorine, right? The idea of chlorine in this song, especially, as the music video actually matches, is chlorine is supposed to represent the chemical that is bad for you, kills you, but for some reason you're reliant on it and you need it to survive, right? In Tyler's case, this is a metaphor for songwriting. It's a metaphor for the creation of music, the music process, and just getting the artistic energy out. It's kind of how he channels the negative emotions. Anyway, in the music video, like Connor said, elegantly put, this is where
Ned was born.
Ned was born. This was the first time we
This is
saw
Ned.
him.
Yeah.
And first he was like peeking out, and basically the essence of the music video is they keep trying to fill up this pool,
Yeah.
and they first add a little bit of chlorine, you know, a little bit of liquid, and Ned comes out and he checks it out and he says, nah, it's not enough, goes back. So then they fill it up, you know, a good decent amount, and then he comes out and Ned says, yeah, that's not enough. So they get like a freaking huge barrel drum and fill the whole pool
The
full
whole
of
thing.
chlorine. It's bubbling and steaming.
And then he
Ned
jumps
comes
in.
out and he's like, this is my time, you know? cannonballs right in, fills it, you know. And because of that, it's kind of a symbolic of, you know, not just like drug use, because I don't think he uses. I think his drug is music, and I think that's what he's getting at.
Oh, I think
Yeah.
so too.
The chemicals, you know, drugs, chemicals. He's relying on this as almost a crutch.
Yeah.
He uses it to help himself deal with it, but also it's taking a toll on him, right? It used to be that he could spray a little bit of chlorine, and his creative process would be like, I'm here to help. But now it's like he either has to suffer a lot or just go through a lot of excruciating circumstances to get Ned back out, get his creative process flowing, and it's not like it was before. With that in mind, we have another motif that appears in the Outside music video. Obviously, Ned's back. We hadn't seen Ned for a couple of music videos.
Yeah, it's been forever.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a Ned hiatus.
Yes, you're right, dude. He's been MIA. We didn't know where he was. Some thoughts that Bounce Man was about him because maybe Ned did something wrong.
I think it's
you know,
about Josh.
Interesting. Dude, let's talk about that next week.
Yeah.
Hey, tune in next week.
We'll be back next Thursday.
Thursday, 7 to 8.
7 8.
We will be back talking about it. Sound good? Good. The Outside, we have a lot of Neds. We have Ned handing, like Connor said when he described, hands off his antlers, like removes them from his head and hands them to Tyler. Which I thought was an odd gesture. I was like, that's like, you know, like a part of you. That's like me taking my body part, you know, just like ripping out my hair and being like, who's this, you know?
I don't need my blonde hair.
You have enough waste of your own. But what I think it represents is if Ned represents the creation process, I think horns or antlers are a good representation of like prestige and pride.
Yeah.
You know, it's something big, it's something accomplished, it's something that, like, if I was a big buck deer and I had like 6 points, that's what the hunters go for because those are more prized possessions. In this case, I think it's him like submitting them to him, and then because he's able to use Ned, which was his creative process, he's supposed to tap into that full potential, uses those antlers, and can control the bishop with them.
Right.
Which is crazy, right?
Insane.
Every time we've seen a bishop, it's like Tyler's been under their thumb. Like, he has no control. He's 100% controlled by them. But this time, we get to see him. He is making this bro dance.
Yeah.
Like, we thought he died, and now he's up and dancing, you know? So I think, metaphorically, that represents the song process, allowing him, as times progressed, and he's gotten better, you know, that his antlers have formed, he's able to tackle his demons now.
Right.
He's able to take them on head on and even control them.
Yeah. And can I give my final thoughts?
Absolutely, bro. Go
Okay,
for it.
so after the Outside music video, I think it leads in perfectly to the next album, and I think the next album is gonna be like Endgame for 21 Pilots version. So it's gonna be like the end of Demon, I think. So it's gonna be like the Bishops versus like the Banditos. It's gonna be like a big like war in their next album. I feel like, and I feel like it's gonna be their best album, their next album.
That's a great point. We'll talk more about Skeleton Icy next week too, to contrast with Trench, because very different, both very good, very different albums. One random thought that just came to mind too is when I heard the song No Chances. You guys heard that one?
Yes.
I imagined it was the Bishops chanting in there. You know, the Bishops are chanting.
I think that song makes sense for the Outside, kind of what it's saying. Like, we got people on the way. Well, I don't know. We got people on the way, and maybe Tyler's like controlling.
And I think you're right. I think he's like talking about the Banditos are
coming. Banditos
you know?
are coming, yeah, exactly.
That's
what it means.
What I think is, I think it's like the Bishops, like it's one of their like last stands. You know, it's like the Bishops are like, we'll come for you. There's no chance you're escaping, and then the Banditos being like, we're going to anyway. Like, you can say that, you can say you're gonna keep me forever, but you can't. You can't keep me forever. I'm going to escape. I have too many people helping me escape this place to be stuck here.
Right.
And I think I watched a video. I think it was the pop song professor that said it almost sounds like it's two opposing like football teams chanting at each other. You know,
It does.
like a big rivalry, and all of a sudden they're coming head to head. It's
Or
like
you.
this is going down. You know,
No
something is about to change. I don't know if it's gonna be better. I don't know if it's gonna be worse, but it's not gonna be the same after
Yeah.
this, right? And I'm very excited to see
Oh yeah.
21 Pilots Endgame, right? We have to assume the Banditos win.
Oh, yeah.
But what does that mean for the Bishops? You know?
Exactly.
Does that mean they completely eliminated their mental
And like
illness?
yeah.
Does that mean?
And how is 21 Pilots gonna keep going on musically after this
Mm.
story is over? You know.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. They have poured so much into this,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't imagine them just being like, "We're giving up music."
Right.
You know, we've already talked about it's chlorine. He needs it. You know. Thanks so much for tuning in,
Yeah,
guys.
thank
If
you.
you enjoyed this, tune in next week, Thursday, 7 to 8. I'll definitely be having my boys back.
Be part
Heck
2.
yeah.
Bleach Bros, part 2. We got
Bleach
Connor, we got
Bros.
Jordan. It's yours truly, Logan.
Peace.
And of course, we'll have to leave you with the song we've been talking about this whole time.
The outside.
The Outside, 21 Pilots, Thunder 91. Thanks for tuning in.
She's kind of a up and coming artist who recently released sort of like a folky album. Has a lot of really cool piano and I don't know, like it's got very intricate production.
You lost who you was. Maybe you're just like me and feel the need to stay in your rut. Cause if you left it, you might feel like you're no longer you. It's so impressive.
Won't even look. Thunder 91, and though it is not Saturday, it is in fact a Thursday, we are so grateful that you can join us today in the studio. It is me, DJ Logan Stewart, and with me I have my two buds that were here last week. Hopefully you had a chance to tune in. But I'm going to give them a quick second to introduce themselves. Starting on my right, we have...
Alright, Connor Gentry. What's up, everybody? How's it going?
Hey, back at it again with great 21 Pilots fan, absolutely. And
What?
his friend, our good friend... Oh, go ahead, Connor, what are you saying?
One of the Bleach Bros.
One of the Bleach Bros. I hate to let you know, but I kind of left that group, didn't I?
Oh, you did? Oh, wow,
Bro,
you did.
Yeah, don't be offended. Tad made a bet with me that if he goes brunette, I had to go purple,
Oh,
and
okay.
I did. But he didn't add on anything to the bat, so as soon as I went purple, I went back and I used his die, so now we're matching brunettes.
Was
So
this
it's like-
was this last night?
This is last night, you know? This is the classic,
Oh,
it's
wow.
like midnight, you just bought the die from Walmart.
Oh, just like what we did.
Exactly. I'm making it a habit of making those decisions, I
Yeah.
guess. Plus, I don't think I was blowing off the bleach like you were, man.
Right.
Like, you're rocking it. You're starting to get some, like, frosted tips. You can see the roof
Right.
coming in. It looks great.
It does.
Me-
Looking fresh.
It was, I don't know, it was yin
Yeah,
and yang.
it looked okay.
It was okay,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Right? I mean, it maybe if I toned it a little bit, it would have looked better, but it more looked like a brunette pretending to be a blonde rather than, like, this guy bleached, bleached blonde, you know? Definitely had that going for it. Also, just speaking right now, that was Jordan. Jordan, give us a little intro, man.
Jordan Hansen, I'm back. Good to see you guys.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. Last week, the song we just barely played was Saturday. We talked a lot about the outside, briefly touched on Saturday. You may not be as big or diehard 21 Pilots fans as we are, but hopefully you'll tune in and you get to listen and maybe feel something and enjoy spending time with us. Thanks for tuning in. This is Thunder 91. Please don't fall away. Thunder 91, that was Fall Away by 21 Pilots. Hopefully you like that transition. We don't want you to fall away. Thanks for tuning in. But also, got some great messages in there. Don't fall away. Is Tyler talking about falling away from God? He's talking about falling away from his true self, you know? That's something that we love about 21 Pilots is not only do they have great music, but they also have a really good message involved in it. So we're going to be diving into that today. I will say their latest album, which is called Scaled and Icy, we've all listened to. Hopefully you've had a chance to. A lot more pop oriented than we're used to, I would say.
Definitely.
For
Right?
For sure.
Right, even just from like the color scheme of the cover, you got some bright, vibrant blues, pinks, some yellows, which like the previous ones were just like yellow and black. or white and gray. You know, very, very stagnant colors, and now we have this very upbeat, in-your-face kind of feel. What were your kind of thoughts going into this, seeing the contrast going forward, Connor?
Well, when I heard Shy Away first, and then when Choker came out, and then Saturday, the third single on the record, I knew this was going to be more of a pop-oriented record than what we're used to hearing. So I thought maybe they could have been controlled by like the Bishops or something. Maybe they're controlling like their music sound for this album because they sound different. Well, every single 21 Pilots album sounds different than the previous one, in my opinion.
Absolutely, absolutely.
But this one's like more like pop than we're used to hearing from them.
Right, and we talked about it last time when Jordan was listening for the first time. He was like, listen to, what was it, like Heavy Duty Soul and then Tear in My Heart. Yeah. You're like, this is the same artist, not only same artist, same album, you know, but it's still like cohesive.
Yeah.
So they do have like a wide range, a variety of ways to take it.
For sure.
Do you think it was a good creative choice going with the pop?
I mean, pop is not like my favorite. I mean, I don't mind it, but like it's not my favorite. But I think it was a good choice for him to go in there just to try out like a different music genre, different music style. You know?
Absolutely. Jordan, tell me a little bit about your thoughts as far as progressing as an artist, like what Connor just said, where he's got to try something new, but also balancing staying true to what you originally sound like, what the fans expect. What were your thoughts, you know, kind of around that nature?
So I think the move, at least in this album, towards more like a pop vibe was good because I mean that's kind of what's like popular now. At least is more like, you know, pop kind of like in like a retro vibe,
Right.
if you know what I mean.
Absolutely.
And I don't know if you guys have seen like the lyric videos or even the music videos. They have kind of like a pop essence to them as well, like with the graphics and whatnot.
Right.
So I like it. I think it's a great move.
Absolutely. I will say, as far as this goes, something Connor just touched on is we kind of thought maybe there was outside influence that was causing him to do like this, right? We talked about the Bishops last week, these embodied things, there's 9 of them that are insecurities of Tyler's that supposedly represent and control him, right? Perhaps maybe this is like a mirror image rather than the bottom side where Blurryface was all about exploring those particular struggles. Maybe this one is the propaganda of that particular struggle, trying to put itself on parade and seem like a good thing, right? Maybe something like that. Maybe these overlords of Dima are controlling you. For the term that I saw a lot was propaganda.
Propaganda.
Right? With all these like flashy stuff and the stuff around like Mulberry Street, it almost looks like something you'd see on like a poster for like driving on the freeway and you see those big signs. You know?
Welcome to Mulberry Street.
Exactly. It's almost like a, you know, come in, we're welcoming, but then you get in and I don't know. Any more thoughts on you know, their artistic moves, moving as an artist, this album? Any thoughts?
Well, I've noticed that Tyler dyed his hair multiple times for this album.
True.
Wait, he dyed it pink, didn't he?
He did.
Well, did he dye it blue too, or? I don't think he did. I think it was just pink.
So I think in order to get the pink, I think he bleached it first.
Bleached it. Okay.
So we did get to see bleached Tyler, and then we got to see pink Tyler.
Yeah.
And then I think pink Tyler faded into like a frosted tips Tyler.
Right.
Right? Which also is another subversion of expectations, right?
Yeah.
We've always seen Josh Dunn.
Right.
Right, the drummer of 21 Pilots, he's always been the one dyeing his hair and changing things up. He went from red to
yellow.
pink, yellow, blue. Homie's had the whole rainbow, you know? But then all of a sudden they switch it, and Josh has normal, and Tyler's the one with,
Right.
So, I will say maybe just even on that point as far as just hair. What is the version of expectations, right? And maybe it offended or made off-put a couple of fans from the get-go, you know, because they're like, oh great, my favorite band is turning into every other pop, you know, oriented band. The topic I want to kind of tackle once we come back from this next song is the idea of satire, right? Satire is kind of doing things in a copying way, but almost ironic and in the form of mockery. And let's talk more about that and what I think that means and what we can, you know, collectively come up with. about Scaled and Icy. Anyway, up next, we got some Jumpsuit going on, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned, Thunder 91. Thunder 91, hopefully you're in your jumpsuit like we are, ready to talk about some 21 Pilots. This is DJ Logan Stewart, on with me is Connor Gentry, and Jordan, remind me your last name?
Hanson.
Jordan Hanson, that's right, Jordan Hanson with us in studio. We're going to be here till 8, we tried to get until a little bit later, but hopefully we can jam enough information in. When we left off before the last voice break and before that song, we talked about satire. And I'm just going to read you the definition of satire when I Googled it, okay? It's a noun. The use of humor, irony, exaggeration, or ridicule to expose and criticize people's stupidity or vices, particularly in the context of contemporary politics and other topical issues. With that in mind, what I think about this whole influence of outside sources with the bishops, that kind of nature, what I think is it's almost a satire. I think it's like a double-edged sword where Tyler's using them both as like a, I'm gonna use this ironically as pop, but it's gonna unironically work.
Right.
You kind of get what I'm saying?
I get it.
Like, he's not a very pop-oriented person, right? Maybe it is the propaganda, but even using the propaganda, it still makes hit singles and still makes a lot of money. So, you know, kind of that nature. But the satire is more like kind of pointing and like, you know, shaking a finger at something. So I think it's simultaneously being like, 21 Pilots, one of their tropes is they'll have super upbeat sounding music, but like really down lyrics, right?
Right.
I'll say in this one, there is a lot of tonal matching, right, where it sounds one way and it is one way. I will say, towards those last couple of songs, right, those last couple of songs, Scaled and Icy, we kind of take a different direction, wouldn't you say? Right? We go straight from like Mulberry Street and Bounce Man, and then hit No Chances, right? Which I don't know if we have.
I hope we do.
I'll play No
man.
Chances sometime tonight. No Chances is fantastic. And then we get Redecorate.
Oh yeah.
Okay? Sorry, I'm trying to think of like a good bounce off point. I'll just say real quick, like Jordan brought in a lot of notes.
He did.
Did a lot of research for you guys.
Probably too much.
But I'm going to turn some time over to him just to talk about a little bit with Scaled and Icy, with the idea of satire, propaganda, or just his overall thoughts. Jordan, tell me what you're thinking, man.
So yeah, I agree. Like towards the end, it kind of the album, the sound and the messages seemed like they were like more in line than they have been in the past, or with like earlier in the album.
Right.
And then as far as like satire, in Never Take It, I was looking up some of the lyrics, and they can be kind of deep if you actually think about it. Like, let me see here. So towards the start of the song, he says, "Information is just a currency." So, I mean, I'm not sure if that's a mockery of like higher education or you know what I mean?
Probably like a slander on indoctrination.
Yeah.
Right? Because I feel like maybe this is talking about the system that we live in. Maybe it's talking about the particular one that he's in. But it is talking about like education, like air quotes on that. It's a form of currency. It's like me pushing the budget or pushing whatever I need to push to get an investment return. It doesn't matter if it's true or not, right?
Right.
So I think especially in Dima, a lot of indoctrination is happening, you know? Like being the propaganda, all of that stuff totally fits into the narrative. Jordan, keep going, man.
So also in Never Take It, I believe this is towards the end of the song, he says, "They're trying hard to weaponize you and I, but we'll never take it." So I'm not sure if that's like a slam on like media or you know, well, I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist guy, but like what the government's trying to get people to think, you know, stuff like that, trying to divide us.
So the authority trying to shove stuff down your throat.
Yeah.
And even just from the title, the Never Take It, right? The whole song is like dun, 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 you know, and sounds like almost like a theater song.
Yeah.
But then the whole thing is about like, we're not gonna take the crap that you give us, and very rebellious, you know. Very much lives up to the Banditos.
And there's a guitar solo in Never Take It. Like,
Oh yeah.
who would have thought that in a 21 Pilots song?
Right. Actually, that works out perfectly because he talks about that. Talks about how he picked up guitar.
Yeah. During like
found it
quarantine or
up,
something.
Picked it up during quarantine.
Yeah.
Did you know the first song that he actually built around playing electric guitar?
Was it Level of Concern?
It
It was Level of Concern. I
I'd
knew
say
it.
that's a perfect opportunity for us to show that song real quick.
Let's do it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, Level of Concern from the Pilots, Thunder 91. Thanks
Yeah.
for tuning in. Logan Stewart, Connor Gentry, and the Jordan Hansen. I remembered it this time. Thanks for tuning in. We're talking about our 21 Pilots Thursday hour, and that was Level of Concern. That was some people even called it the quarantine theme song. You know, 21 Pilots dropped that in the middle of quarantine. It mentions quarantine, but totally works. You know, outside of it, it's not just an exclusively locked up kind of song. Good parallel of him talking about his relationship with his wife. And how the nervousness of that matches the nervousness of not knowing what's going to happen in the world, right? They're both very unsure foundations, but hopefully you can be cautiously optimistic, right? We talked about Level of Concern and how, obviously a great song, but it doesn't really fit in with Trench, which came out in 2018, and doesn't really fit with Scales on Icy, which was 2021, right? It doesn't really fit either of them, but it kind of works well as a transition one. The songs that followed, we got a lot from Scaled and Icy, a lot of pop, like we talked about. But one that we really, Jordan even said he's not a huge fan of, and we're kind of confused by, is the one Formidable. We'll be playing that in a minute, but I kind of want to hear before we go into it, not to taint your experience, but I think this is the only one that Jordan didn't like on the album, right?
It is.
Yeah, tell us why, Jordan.
The rest of the songs are amazing. It's a good song. It's just kind of like what Logan said. It's confusing because like you don't really know what's going on. Like you could be talking about like literally anything, but like it's just so vague.
Yeah, like, is he talking about God in the song? Is he talking about his wife, his child, Josh? Like, what's he talking about?
Great points. Almost made it sound like his child is Josh, you know? You're like, that child Josh? I'm like, yeah, I mean, they kind of have a dynamic that's just like so perfect. It could be brotherly, it could be father-son, it could be, you know? But you're right, like, I know 21 Pilots does like making lyrics that are open-ended, but maybe for this song, did they cross the line?
I think they went a little too far.
Maybe Jordan says you went a little too far. Let's play it, and we'll come back to your thoughts and talk about what we kind of thought of it. All right? That sound good?
Yep.
Thunder 91, Formidable by 21 Pilots. Well, we talked about that song and the open-endedness of it. Probably, if that was your first listen, you probably don't know what it's talking about. That's probably my umpteenth time listening to that. Still not sure what that's talking about. Of those options that you laid out, Connor, what are your kind of thoughts of what you think that song could possibly be?
I saw an episode of the Pop Song Professor about, he's going into that song, and I think he said, in his opinion, I think he thinks Tyler's talking about Josh, I think.
Okay.
So I'm going to stick with that. I think he's talking about his bandmate Josh.
Alright. Any specific reasoning for why you think that, or is it just because the pop?
Well, I think
said that,
with his music, he needs with making music, like Josh is formidable to Tyler, and he needs to keep like helping him make music. You know.
Great.
You know,
point.
that's what I
like
think.
that. He's formidable to Tyler in the creation process.
Right.
Love that. Jordan, tell me a little bit. What do you think it means when he says, "Cause you seem to know it where you want to go"?
You seem to know where you want to go.
Yes, that line. I mean, with all the options laid out, do you think that's talking about, Josh because of his experience of music making? Do you think it's talking about God because God orchestrates our life and knows where he wants to take it? What are your thoughts on that?
So, for me at least, I think, yeah, that's either talking about Josh and like his music, or maybe, hear me out, maybe Tyler's wife,
Mm-hmm.
if that makes sense. I don't know though.
Okay,
Okay.
because right when I first heard the song, I thought it was about like Tyler's wife, like "Tearing My Heart" was.
Yes, Tear My Heart.
I thought, yeah.
Smithereens.
Smithereens,
Smithereens. Yes, yes. Both like love songs to his wife, and I kind of thought this fit the same trope.
Yeah, I thought this is like the song for this album.
Mm.
And then when I saw the pop song Professor, he's like, I think it's talking about Josh, and I first disagreed when I first heard him. But I think it's about Josh.
Okay.
But I could be
Great
wrong.
reasoning. My thoughts, I think those both can be right. Right? I think this song is intentionally left open because it can be all of them.
Right.
Personally, I think this is the first album where Tyler Joseph had a daughter,
Yeah.
right?
Isn't he expecting another one?
He is.
His
Jenna
wife?
Joseph
Yeah.
is pregnant again. And I
Yeah.
think we're getting a boy this time.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I think
A future Tyler.
Yes, exactly. Tyler Jr., I'm ready for it. But Rosie, his daughter now, the way I imagine it, I think it could be both, your wife helps steer you, God helps steer you, that's why you seem to know where you want to go.
Right.
What I think it might be, is I think even the pop professor might have touched on this too, is that maybe his daughter Rosie, like toddlers, as soon as they learn how to walk, they don't really have a direction of like where they want to go, but they know where they want to go.
Oh.
As soon as they're
true,
going somewhere,
yeah.
they're like, I've made up my mind, this is where I'm going.
Right.
And it's like Tyler being endeared and saying, you seem to know where you want to go. Yeah, I'll follow you,
Yeah.
Both because I need to take care of you and because, oh my gosh, what bonding moments to just see a toddler like
Yeah.
enjoying the little things of life of walking,
Oh.
We don't appreciate walking anymore,
Warms my heart.
Exactly.
See little kids
Exactly.
trying to learn how to walk.
So I think also with the line, fast forward 13 years now, don't know what it was, but somehow we played it out in reverse. I'm afraid of you now more than I was at first.
Oh.
That's good.
I don't know how that could fit in with other ones. Maybe it's like 13 years ago Tyler started making music or something along those lines. I haven't studied the time frame, but I will say 13 years, Rosie's going to be a teenager.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of you now more than I was at first.
Because when you're a
What's more scary than a teenager?
Yeah, because when you're a because when you're a teenager, you're all like sassy. You're like, oh, I don't give a crap
Exactly.
what my parents think.
Exactly. And speaking of sass, there's whole compilations of Tyler Joseph being sassy on
Yeah.
the internet, right?
Yeah, in interviews.
Yes, exactly. He's like, oh, no touchy, or like, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Imagine girl Tyler
Oh my god.
sassing Tyler.
It's
You
gonna
know?
be bad.
Right? Picking up on how Tyler is and then adding it her own flair.
Yeah, and boy teenagers could be worse than girl teenagers.
Oh,
I think so.
I think you're right.
I don't know. Well,
I wouldn't say the majority. In my opinion,
Like 20%.
I'll just say I'm way more scared of my teenage sister than I am my teenage brother.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Because, I guess we're getting personal, but, dude, the hormones, I just think they affect the different genders different,
They do.
right?
They do. No, I was in this health class last semester, and we were talking about this, like how like women feel hormones more strongly.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
Yeah, literally.
So I think with Tyler talking about his daughter,
Yeah.
I think he has very good reason to be very afraid of him. Like, oh, you're a cute toddler.
Oh.
Wait, I
yeah.
realize you can be horrifying. You're gonna be a monster, I didn't expect this conversation to go here.
No.
I don't think you guys did either,
No.
right? But my little brother, it's like he went from, hey guys, to, hey, what's up? No, I'm moody. And my sister went from, I'm happy right now. And then like, you know, hunger strikes, and she's like, I'm gonna murder everyone in this family.
No,
You know,
literally.
like yes,
Yeah.
You have a sister.
Oh, yeah,
You have sisters,
yeah.
Connor?
I have one sister.
You have one sister.
One sister,
Okay,
but she's
I mean,
older.
you have one sister
Yeah.
too. I have two sisters.
I'm sorry.
No, I mean it's awesome.
I'm
I love them. I
sorry.
love them to death. My favorite people. But
No,
I like to stay on the good side.
I-
Let's put it that way. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I remember like in middle school, right when like guys' voices started to change, like so many guys in my class, whenever they make a comment, their voice would like crack.
Oh yeah, dude. I don't think women get that as bad. So
Yeah,
at least you have
yeah.
their blessings there, but I
Yeah.
still think they have it worse. as
Yeah,
far as
yeah.
The whole maturation thing.
Right.
Yeah, gotta love the talking. You know. I see that Studio
Oh my
C sketch. It's like the teenagers were sneaking out back, doing Agneek and squeaking their voices.
Oh my gosh.
Like no chance,
Okay.
bro. No chance.
No chances.
No chances. Ain't you perfect? Ain't you the apple of my eye, Colin? You just know how to slide
I'm the goat.
right
I'm
into the
goat.
songs that we're going for. No chances.
Here we go. That was interesting.
That's pretty conservative. No chance he took off, right? Thunder 91, this is Logan Stewart, Connor Gentry, and Jordan Hansen. And I was talking about 21 Pilots, No Chances was just on. And what was the terms that we used that kind of sounds like some chanting?
So the main chorus, we come for you, no chance. Yeah.
Right, right.
That's in my opinion. It sounds like two like student sections at basketball games, two opposite student sections chanting at each other.
Yeah.
Like on one side and on the other side, they're chanting back.
Absolutely. Kind of sounds like some sort of standoff.
Yeah, or like a soccer game or something like
Mhm.
that. Yeah.
Like something to cheer in a stadium.
Yeah.
Like Seven Nation Army. And
Yes, yeah.
da-da-da.
SU should start playing that.
Dude, that'd be so fun. Dude, can you imagine how intimidating
Oh my
it would be
gosh.
if the other
To
team
come
comes in
here?
like, we'll come for
No
you.
chances.
No
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'd be intimidated.
Oh yeah.
Well, like even with the little lyric video of this, the
Mm.
start of it, like some of the graphics they use make it look like some kind of college like sports
Yeah.
thing, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't
Yeah.
know if I've actually seen that lyric.
It's
video.
good.
Yeah,
It's
I'll have to check it out. Absolutely. No Chances is the second to last song on the album. I think it's probably one of the shortest, if not the shortest 21 Pilots album.
It's
so
the
far.
shortest one.
Most of them around an hour, right?
Mhm.
Hour 15.
This one's like what? Just over like 35, 40
Yeah,
minutes?
it's 38
short.
minutes.
Wow.
You're right.
Dang.
Very short, very quick and to the point. I think I had the same amount of songs as most of them, around 11.
Which I think their next album is going to be maybe their longest or one of their
You
longest.
think so?
Since it was a short album, they want to make it longer for this one.
Right, right. Quickly on that, last week Connor called the next album
Endgame
Endgame.
for 21 Pilots.
21 Pilots Endgame. What a thought. With that in mind, I want to say, I think this album sort of mirrors the last album, in the sense that all of the ones in the last album were really deep,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
I can't really think of any superficial ones. But in this one, we get the flip where all of them are kind of superficial,
Yeah.
and then we end on like maybe let's like imagine, especially since we have a lot of water in the music videos, and even like 21 Pilots' old song "Drown," you know. It kind of makes me think that we had our head underwater this whole time.
Mhm.
Or how
Oh.
21 Pilots said at the beginning of the Jumpsuit music video is, you were asleep, time to wake up.
Time to wake up. Yeah.
I think it's kind of like, at the end of this, No Chances and Redecorate is kind of him waking up.
Mhm.
Wouldn't you say? It kind of goes from the
Yeah.
jovial tones of
That's a
Bounce
good.
Man
That's a good point. Yeah. I can see
and
that.
all these other ones that are up and upbeat,
Mhm.
and then we go flip straight into Redecorate.
Yeah.
One thing I love about 21 Pilots is personally struggles in the past, they have, I don't know if we're again in trouble for talking about it on the air, but obviously it's real with mental illness and mental health problems. Suicide. Suicide is something that's very rampant in society today, and 21 Pilots have their song Neon Gravestones.
Oh, that's so deep.
It is
Have you heard that song?
Yeah, that's a good song.
tearjerker, like, wow, everything they say. The word suicide isn't mentioned once.
Promise me this.
Yes,
Don't
21
lose
Pilots
myself.
is like a 4-minute song
Oh my gosh.
about the topic
Oh.
and doesn't mention the topic.
Like the
Like
first
the name of it,
the
you
first
know?
time I heard that song, I was like shaking almost.
Right?
It was insane.
Like, especially with that album, like, it's not as superficial as this one, but all of a sudden that one almost is like, they reach straight into the depths of hell and is like, okay,
Yeah.
artistically, we're gonna coat this awful thing and we're gonna make it so people can handle it and like digest it. But it's a tough one. Redecorate. Speaking of lyric videos, I watched the lyric video for this one, and originally the song was supposed to be called Display. 21 Pilots lead singer Tyler Joseph has a friend, I think it was their son.
Oh.
Their son passed away. Wasn't into suicide, but passed away, and he talked about their struggle of whether they should clean up and clean out his space and make room for someone to take that room, or if they should leave it undisturbed. Right? Which is kind of the deeper battle of, do I keep the memory of how they were, or do I accept that they're gone and I move forward with it? Right?
That's a hard choice.
Absolutely.
That's
And
so hard.
Speaking of like, it's left up to the listener a lot of the time. I don't think there's a right answer in this place, right? And the protagonist in this, I think we get 2 perspectives, maybe 3. I think we get 3 people talking, but they're more just asking questions. They're making statements and asking questions. They're not giving answers in any case. The chorus is, should I leave it on display?
Right.
Or redecorate? I think we'll dive into this song in a second, but this is my favorite song from the album.
I love it.
I don't know about you guys, but I think all of it's good, and it's very, I would say the song's almost cathartic, because the whole time we're having upbeat, like, good stuff going, and then all of a sudden it's this sugar-coated misery, if you will, right?
Yeah.
It's like, this is a heavy one, but it's almost on the same level of upbeatness and the same tier that they get away with it. We'll probably use this as one of our last songs as we're approaching the end of the hour. It's coming up on 8. Thank you so much for tuning in. We have resources. There's always a suicide hotline. Know that there's help. You can always reach out if you're having thoughts of, things of this nature. Just talk to a friend.
Can I get my final thoughts?
Absolutely.
Okay, so if you guys missed last week's episode of our podcast, it's actually on my YouTube channel. So if you want to listen to that, and then this episode right now is also going to be on my YouTube channel. It's called Connor Gentry TV, so give that a subscribe, and you can see what we're talking about here.
Absolutely. Great point. Maybe you can drop some resources
Yeah.
if anyone's struggling,
Yeah.
We want to have, good open discussion, but we also, those real topics. And
Right.
21 Pilots is really great at hitting those.
Right.
We'll lead out with this, and we'll give a couple more thoughts, but stay alive, friends, and here's Redecorate. Thunder on One, thank you so much for tuning in and listening with us. To recap, we've talked a lot of 21 Pilots today. We talked about Sealed and Icy, specifically some of their songs, including Formidable, and touched briefly on a lot of
Never Take It.
Never Take It, and the satire, satirical nature of it, propaganda, stuff of that nature. As we close up and the end of the hour, we'll just talk about that song that was just barely there, Redecorate. I think there's a lot of beauty, obviously in art,
I'd say there is also a beauty in art when you get to discover it for yourself. I will say I felt this one.
Yeah.
I felt this one before I figured out what it was all the way about.
Oh yeah.
I think music has an ability to hit you
Oh, it does.
and make you feel things even if you can't register what you're feeling, you know, at that moment. Obviously we spoiled what the song's about, suicide. And before I go into my deep dive, Jordan and Connor had some things that they were saying about this that I 100% agreed with. Jordan, what were you saying there?
So, at least for me, it kind of reminds me of Blurry Face a little bit, like the bass line,
Yeah.
just kind of the overall vibe, even though it's talking about something completely different.
Completely
just the
different.
general sound is kind of similar.
Absolutely.
And then I was talking about Redecorate sounds just like More, well, similar to More from Trench album. Like you can put the Morph beat on there and then have the same like lyrics for Redecorate and it would fit perfectly.
Absolutely. On those points, we did mention that these last couple of songs in the album don't really, not that they don't fit, but they're almost reminiscent of earlier 21 Pilots.
Right.
Which is kind of what we needed, right? We love the new 21 Pilots, but all of a sudden the refreshing, you know, almost like they splashed some cold water on you and said, hey, we're still the same band. You know, we still talk about what we talk about, and we're not going anywhere.
Yeah, when I heard those last two songs, No Chances and Redecorate, the first time I was like, hallelujah, 21 Pilots is not going anywhere.
How wonderful it was. And I think we both had the same reaction of listening to it on repeat, right?
Yeah.
How many times did you listen to it?
Like 5-10 times in a
5
row.
or 10
I was
times.
like, dang.
Like, this is it.
Like, this
is
hits me.
exactly
This hits
the culmination
me.
we
Yeah.
needed. And I think it hits that perfectly. Jordan.
I think it's kind of interesting they ended with these two kinds of songs. Like maybe the next album is going to be more
Like similar kind of.
Yeah,
that's what I
kind of
think.
like a retro album maybe.
Absolutely. And I think maybe it'll be a culmination of it all. And it's like with Endgame. Endgame, the movie, was wrapping up several different genres of films in one.
Yeah,
Right?
just put 20 songs on this next album, 21.
Oh,
or
yeah.
21 songs for 21.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, I would
They should
have
do
a
that.
heyday. That would be wonderful. 21 songs. Oh, you're so right. But I will say, I'll choose quality over quantity every time.
Yeah.
And I think this one definitely hits it on the head. Hits it with the quality. To wrap up, we'll just talk about the sad nature of this song, obviously. But in the first verse, I think it's talking about a man who's coming to terms with death.
Yeah.
The second one is a girl talking about how she doesn't want to change her name, or she had plans to change her name, but not the traditional way. A couple of ways you could read that. The way I normally read that is, you know, when you read something after someone passed away, it's no longer, you know, Mrs. Jones, the former Mrs. Jones, right? And then we have the bridge, and I think the bridge is probably one of the most clear glimpses we get into Tyler's state of being during quarantine and during his creative process.
Definitely.
With the bells and the whistles scaled back on the isolated track. First of all, that's where we get the term scaled and icy. Scaled back and isolated is where we were in quarantine, but it's also a perfect description of a dragon, scaled and icy.
Yeah.
And he feels trapped when he's not inebriated. Last week we talked about inebriated with chlorine. Right? The chlorine is the creative process, making music. He's not inebriated. If he's not doing that, he doesn't feel good, right? Go back and isolated. So he's like an open schedule, but he mostly hates it. Open schedule, we had a lot of free time on our hands during quarantine. And Tyler says, hey, I thought this would be a great idea because then I could make music all the time.
Right.
But when he doesn't have a clear schedule, the days fade into each other and all of a sudden the times are blurred. Right. Take a breath before you break in, put your ear up to the door, tell me, can you hear him saying? So I think that is very much, and Saturday really quick, we get a call from Jenna
and Jenna's calling and saying,
Making music?
making music. I want to spend time with you.
I want to watch Friends with you.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
And Jenna's like, come spend. It's almost like come hang out from AJR.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
come spend time with your family. This is
Yeah.
important, but we're important too.
Mhm.
I think this one is him talking about, and levitate and the metaphors of dragons, his fire breathing, his creating
Yeah.
music, even his rap, stuff like that. When it says, put your ear up to the door, tell me, can you hear him saying? It's a combination of him saying, I'm both trapped, but I like it.
Right.
Right? And it's kind of a big message underlying a lot of this, is he's trapped, but he likes it.
Mhm.
Anyway, rambling on. Basically, go listen to these guys, right?
They're great.
Almost like scripture, bro. You can get something new out of it every time. You can interpret it to your personal situation. What a wonderful band, and what a wonderful time that we get to be alive and to experience it.
Amen.
Amen. Yeah. And for that, stay alive, friends. We love you.
We'll be back next week, right?
Be back
Oh, yeah.
same time
7
next
o'clock.
week, Thursday, 7 to 8.
Okay.
And maybe we'll wrap up some 21 Pilots and move to another artist.
Let's do that.
Maybe some AJR, John Bellion, something like that.
It'll be a surprise.
Absolutely. Make sure you're here next week, and we'll see you later.
Bye.
191. Stuart coming at you. Hopefully, back here again. Hopefully you're tuning in. Hopefully you saw some media posts, or maybe you're, just curious. But thanks for tuning in to Thunder 91. I'm joined once again with my good friends. We got Connor and Jordan. They're gonna give a quick shout out, say hi real quick.
It's great to be back, everybody. I look forward to these Thursday nights every week, so we have a great show for y'all tonight.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And well, I guess we'll just spoil it right away. A little while back, Connor came to me and said, we've been talking about 21 Pilots and talking about, their thought process of making music and whatnot. We listened to your album. Why don't we talk about that?
Yeah.
And I don't know why I hadn't thought of that. I was thinking of like going off on AGR and NF, which we probably will, right?
We will
Yeah,
eventually.
But also, this is something a real treat, and I'm really excited that they wanted to do this. So stick around, and we're actually gonna still start you off with some 21 Pilots, but stick around, and we'll be deep diving into Snakes in the Attic. So Thunder 91. Thunder 91, that was Migrant from 21 Pilots. It is currently 7:03, just at the beginning of the hour. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, it's me, Connor, and Jordan in the studio, and we're actually here to talk about a band that I formed just over 2.5 years ago with one of my friends, and we wanted to do a bit of a deep dive, talk about the makings of that. Naturally, I think we'll start at the beginning. Our first song is very aptly named, very clever, as intro, right? It's the intro, and I just so you guys know, we haven't like rehearsed this. This is like basically Connor said, I had Jordan listen to your album and let's talk about it, and I said, okay, let's do it. So we have nothing scripted, nothing really prompted. So we're just gonna be. And they, they could come straight out and say they hate it live on air, and I would have a genuine reaction and be like, oh, okay, this is not what I was expecting, but this could be it. So, I'm just gonna turn it. What was your guys' thoughts? Maybe let's start before we go on to intro, just overall album, and then I'll ask album cover afterwards.
Okay.
Mhm.
So first off, like, why the name, like, Snakes in the Attic? Like, what came?
Ooh,
what
that's a
did
good
that come
question.
to be?
That's a great question. Yeah, that's a great question. So, me and Trevor's my bandmate.
Okay.
Trevor Nye, he's currently on a mission in El Salvador. Great guy. Anyone who knows him, he's a pleasure to know. But maybe can I actually back up first and tell you how the band formed a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah. The intro to the intro. Yeah. Me and Trevor met probably like 5 years ago. At Salmon River High Adventure Base.
Okay.
It was up in North Fork, Idaho,
Oh,
which is
wow.
the top of Idaho.
Yeah,
yeah.
And in Salmon, we run the Salmon River together, and we were both river guides.
Okay.
And we had no idea that music making was in our future, right?
Right.
We were just friends on the river that happened to grow close over the summer, working together. Anyway, he lived in Logan, and I lived in Ogden area, Brigham City. So
Okay,
he was
yeah.
only about half an hour, 45 minutes from me. Anyway, one day, I think I came into work, and they said, we're overstaffed, you can go home.
Oh.
And I said, oh, okay. So I live in Willard, and it was in Brigham City, so it was already like a 15-minute drive, you know. Anyway, I didn't really want to go back home because most of my friends lived around there. But I was like, you know what, I'll just see if Trevor is available, because Trevor's a super cool extrovert guy and would like shoot texts and be like, bro, I miss you, like I want to see you again. And he had sent one of those like the day before, and I was like, I miss you too. We should hang out. How about right now? And he's like, okay. And before I even got the okay, I just started driving to Logan. Like, I was like, I hope I can go and hang out with him, and if I can't, like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll just go to the DI in Logan.
Yeah.
You know? Anyway, I drove up there. I got to his house before he did. Like, he was out and about, and he came back. And I was
Oh,
like,
wow.
hey, Trevor. He's like, oh, what's up, bro? Anyway, what had happened is I'd actually been messing around with music on this little platform called Soundtrap, which is what I have up right here and what I'm going to be playing the music from. But I've just been messing around making some beats and, you know, making some songs, and turns out I guess he'd been doing something similar. He hadn't been recording then, but what he had been doing is he bought an electric guitar.
Oh.
And he had, actually I think he had acoustic first. No, he had an electric. He had his electric guitar.
Sweet, man.
And he had that and a little box drum that his grandpa had made.
Oh,
him.
wow.
And the little box drum is what you sit on it and you make the rhythm.
Yeah.
And then it also has like some metal things that add like more of a snare feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
And you can twist that on, so like when you hit it, it has like a, but like together, so it's like,
Wow.
you know?
Yeah.
What I use it for is I use that as like the live beat making, right?
Okay.
So what I would do is I would just I hit it, and then I twist so the snare would hit, so it would be like a, you know?
Oh, that's awesome.
And I did that, and I did the vocals.
Okay.
And I wasn't expecting to do this, right? Like I said, this was very out of the blue. Trevor had been just messing around on his electric guitar and made a little 4-chord progression, right? And I honestly, like an inspiration, obviously, is John Bellion.
Yeah.
And I'd watch him just like mumble, sing over his music that he makes, right? And that's where we find the lyrics.
Awesome music.
Exactly. And he's so fantastic. He's so
Yeah.
gifted. I'm not comparing myself. I'm just saying, obviously, copycat.
Right.
You know, I copied his method. And we ended up finding something. And it turned out to be a song that was kind of like a, well, it was literally called Why'd You Do Me Like That? And it was talking like to a girl, and it was about like setting it up like, I'm in love with you, and then you cheated on me. You know? One of those songs was kind of my forte, was just making songs like, come on, love is stupid, you know? But yeah, it was like a, and then it was, so why you gotta do me like that? Anyway, made our first song, performed it for his mom and little sister, so we had a great audience. I came back and I showed it to my girlfriend at the time, and she was like, you said you made a song? I thought you made like something goofy. And I was like, this is like really good. And I was like, always the tone of surprise. Like, come on.
Is that song up in the air to listen to, or
We
no?
don't have that one released yet.
Dang.
That one, maybe we'll have to like drop it on YouTube sometime. I think I have it on here, but it's definitely not production worthy.
Yeah, okay.
You know? Sometime we definitely should get it done. Anyway, I'm sorry, you asked a great question, and then I totally went off on a completely different tangent.
You're good.
Maybe let's get back to play intro really
Let's
quick,
do that.
and then we'll come back, and I'll talk about the name of the band, and maybe we can talk about some lyrics that we made as far as intro goes. But
Let's do it.
anyway, this is intro. One that was intro by Snakes in the Attic. What do you guys think?
I like it.
It was
Yeah,
great.
I like
I
it.
love that song.
Good.
For me, it's got its own vibe to it, but it kind of reminds me a little bit of like some early Travis Scott.
Ooh,
Really?
that's-
A little
wow,
bit.
Really?
A little bit.
Okay. That's a first. I've I've never heard that
Wow.
before. I'm very. Thank you.
I love the ukulele in the background. Was that like influence from
Yeah.
21 Pilots or?
Ooh, great question. Okay, here's the thing I'm gonna say. For a lot of inspiration, I don't know if they were direct inspirations
Okay.
or if it was more like subconscious. Okay.
Okay.
Because my thought with that was, I want to put a rap over ukulele. You
Yeah.
know, because ukulele was the first song or first instrument I ever picked up and wanted to
Okay.
play,
Yeah.
and was like, I love rapping, I love playing ukulele. Can we combine this?
Yeah.
So we just had two chords. We had A minor and E minor,
Okay.
and we just played those. Dun 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 dun.
Oh
dun,
wow.
And that was first how I like made the lyrics was dun dun dun, and it was the first go of lyrics was throwback to the old school with the new kid fresh out of high school. He's got the new skills with his best bro. Hop on this track, slide the dope flow. And Trevor, bless his heart, he's very good at being upfront with me and being like, yeah, it's good, but not, you know, like that could be so much better. So yes, maybe it was inspired by 21 Pilots, but 21 Pilots more sticks to playing. He does have the uke,
Yeah.
but it's more. He does have more just singing
Yeah.
over it, right?
Right.
I'm sure he has examples of not, but yeah, possibly inspired, but maybe more subconscious.
Okay.
Yeah. You had another question, I think.
Yeah. Was the track title intro was NF's intro like?
Oh yeah.
Did
I
that get
forgot about
influence
that.
from that title
great,
track?
Great question. I'm gonna say, for this one, both of these things are kind of like they're almost like hindsight. Like
Yeah.
looking back, maybe that's what it was that inspired. I don't think so for this one though.
Okay.
I think for this one, I wanted an intro track.
Mhm.
Like maybe that's because I was inspired by NF, or I think it was more just like this song felt less like a complete song and more like
Kind of like an intro to the band type
exactly
of thing.
intro
Okay.
to the band.
Okay, that makes
You know,
sense.
here's two goofy white dudes that are rapping, air quotes,
Yeah.
rapping on a ukulele beat. You know, I kind of wanted to more represent what me and Trevor are. And if you look at some of the lyrics, it kind of touches on that. This is a good segue. You asked question for the name of the band.
Yes.
I think we used that a lot in making the lyrics for this one, and I know it's
Okay.
not like overtly like this is a deep song, but
Yeah.
like in the attic I remain, brumation with the pain. Brumation is a term that only refers to like reptiles like snakes
Okay.
when they're relaxing and like
Yeah,
doing something.
interesting.
It's actually slipped me, but I'll have to look that up. Brumation with the pain, confuse you like Medusa. You know, Medusa.
Yeah.
She's got snakes on the brain. So it's like, you know, maybe you have the snakes in the attic, maybe the attic means your head, you know.
Mhm.
Just like Uma Thurman, I think that should be turned in. So Uma Thurman, in Percy Jackson, plays Medusa. Just like Uma
Okay.
Thurman, I think
Yeah.
that should be turning because she turns to stone, you know.
Uh-huh.
But then it says turn into rock, so like turn into rock. But that's
Yeah.
that's a double meaning. Turn into rock, like rock on, you know.
Yeah.
Rock with the pit, and lots of times snakes are in snake pits, right?
Right.
But you also
okay.
have a pit at a concert, right?
Okay, yeah.
So rock with the pit, so keep the flame burning, you know? So it's like, kind of just like a double metaphor for like, you know, this is the snake puns, but also like, that's hurt, you know? Like, which is kind of what I feel like this song is, right? It's kind of like there's some good metaphors here
Yeah,
and there,
for
but
sure.
mostly just like, yeah, just kind of pop your head a little bit, you know? That's okay. That kind of touches on the name of our band, but not really. Those are great questions. Do you guys have any more?
I had some more, but I lost them off the
Hey,
top of my head.
That's all right. That's all right, man.
Yeah.
Should we move to another song and
Let's
come
do
back?
it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Should we just go in order then?
Yeah.
Sure,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we'll hit Summer Days, and I'm not gonna taint your experience, but I'll tell you more about it afterwards. It's under 91. Here's the Summer Days. Thanks me at it. 2021, we are back, and to prove, earlier I joked about them, hating it altogether, but I'm gonna be honest, that's not my favorite song from the track.
I'm kind of surprised because I think it's good.
I mean, I could see myself like in the summertime, like with the top down and like a convertible or something, like jamming out to that song.
Bro, that's awesome. That's perfect. I just made my day by saying that. Yeah, I mean, this is one of like, dang, I went in straight for the bash, and you guys are like trying to be kind to it. Dang, maybe I gotta switch
I mean,
my
it's
approach.
called Summer Days, so like,
It is. It is.
we're getting there.
Yeah. What we were talking about, I wish we would have had the mics on, like, during that song, because we were just talking, but, couple of things is this song, I do think, it's good, alright?
Yeah,
it's
good.
it's not great.
It's good for beginning level,
Exactly, and that's the key. It's good for a beginner.
Well,
Yeah,
and
right.
kind of like what you were saying earlier was like the singing could use a little work, but like the
instrument.
the instruments
I think, like,
and the
yeah.
beat are just like
We're
solid.
They were
Yeah.
good.
That's good.
Like it's a dance vibe.
I agree, and this was kind of like, it was our second track, right? And most
Okay.
of the time the second track is what you release as the single.
Yeah.
And this was kind of like yes, we have like pop, like we have the basic, you can head bop to it, maybe ignore the vocals because yours truly is not a gifted singer. But he tried his best, I tried.
Yeah.
I enjoyed making that. I was also saying that I'm more of the lyricist,
Okay.
while Trevor's more of a musician. But we both do both.
Mhm.
But I'd say primarily, it's probably like 60-40 on both. 60 he does music, 40 I help with it, help produce it, help mix it, make it sound good. But I think go ahead.
I was gonna say, do you do like most of the rapping and then Trevor does like most of the just the singing vocal, or like do you do most of both?
Great question. I'll say for this album, I tried to split it pretty evenly.
Okay.
Because intro is exactly half and half. Summer Days is all me.
Okay.
Unreachable is like 90% Trevor.
Yeah.
So I'd
then
say
yeah.
I'd give Unreachable to Trevor. I'd give Summer Days to me. Wandering we split. So I actually think I have more vocal, just because of Summer Days and Rain. Which is our like.
Rain.
Yeah. I showed it to my clients one time, and I think it might have just been because he was with his friend. But he's like, "Who is this guy? Why does he think he's so cool?"
Oh gosh.
He's like, "This guy probably sucks." And I
Oh
was like,
my gosh.
"I am this guy." I think one of the issues, I think we tried to split it pretty well, but I think one of the issues, especially that represents in Summer Days, is it's alright, but it kind of shows that I really wanted to go in like I was an already established musician, when clearly this is the beginning, right? And now he's gone, we haven't done anything in a while, but this was like the stepping stool. And I kind of viewed like the stepping stool as like the final project.
Yeah.
And because I had that misconception, I think we kind of rushed a few things. I could have and should have got my vocals better for Summer Days. But it represents where we are as an artist. And hopefully in the future we can like come back and be like, this is what they used to sound like? They have gotten so much better. Like, Logan went from sucking to like, yeah, I can tolerate that,
Well, like, kind of what we were talking about during that last song was like how like with any band really, it's like how a TV show starts. So like the first season's always kind of it's good, but it's a little weird. They're gonna tweak,
trying to
and
find
stuff,
themselves,
Yeah, and then the further it goes along, the more polished it gets. So like. Yeah.
So we're in the pilot. This is like the pilot episode, yeah?
Yeah.
We're starting with the first season, but it shows potential.
Yeah.
I'd say even Parks and Rec, first season was like, and then like seasons 2 and on, I was like, I love this show. Like this is my favorite show.
Exactly.
So yeah, I appreciate that, and I appreciate the kind words. I think maybe I'll let you guys start the talking. After the next song, so I don't immediately go in like this thing sucks. Only to have you guys respond positively.
Yeah.
Anyway, this song, primarily written, and actually most of the music is by Logan as well. This is one that Trevor had little to do with. But I mean, obviously Trevor's fantastic. He did a lot in the other ones. Without further ado, this is Rain from '91. The viewer's experience with the song that they just heard. So, Connor.
This song was so good.
Bro,
I love like the background beat, like the intro to the beat reminds me like NF type beat vibes, you know, like
Right, okay.
like that reminds me of NF. I don't know why.
Do you have like a particular song that correlates?
Something maybe on Clowns the Mixtape or something.
Okay, that's what I was
Yeah,
gonna think.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Similar like what's that? Just Like You even.
Yeah, just like you a little bit. Yeah.
It kind of has that.
Yeah.
Okay, I see that. Jordan.
I agree with Connor. I think the overall sound is cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy to listen to.
Right.
If that makes sense. Like yeah. No, I like it.
Okay, good.
It's good.
Yeah, I really appreciate that.
Mhm.
Off of that, I'm not gonna say I enjoy this one too. I do think it is a little bare bones. Wouldn't you say?
A little bit.
I'd say this, the album has a variety that I don't know if people expected.
Mm-hmm.
And this one's like smack dab in the middle, and all of a sudden it's like an aggressive rap, like I'm in charge kind of vibe, you know. And I don't know. I enjoyed making it. I enjoy, even though I'm not superb, obviously, by any measure, I enjoyed the rap part. You guys mind if I take you a walk through those lyrics?
Yeah,
do
The
it.
fast part right there.
Go for it.
These lyrics and rhythm, this life that I give them, consume all the words and I turn back and spit them. So much beef these days I couldn't get meteorologists. Kind of like dad joke, but honestly, what's the difference between a corny pun and a good, line?
Okay, so I mean not with this song, but really all of your songs, with your lyrics, were you going for more like messages hidden behind them that people can relate to, or just something that rhymes?
Great question. Okay, I think it's a different goal for each song. So I think up until this point, actually no, Summer Days probably falls. So I'd say I put Summer Days and Wandering and Unreachable in the trying to make a song that expresses how I feel and people can relate to.
Okay.
I'd say for the more rap-oriented, Intro and Rain, we're very much like I want to press the limits with fun lyrics, and I want to press the limits on like not just the puns, but like the delivery, and like see if I can do the style lines and just like switch it up and have different flows and whatnot. Summer Days, I would say, is more superficial. It's very like on the nose, like I miss you. I used to have a good time in summer days. Now I'm in the summer and I think of you. That's pretty much sums up the whole song, right? I think we get something that's more layered going forward, and I don't know about you, but Unreachable is my favorite track.
I agree.
I love Unreachable.
It's the one that we've gotten on the radio that can like it plays even when I'm not here. The rest
Really?
of the song, yeah. Right here, it's in the database. We got
No way.
Unreachable. So,
Sweet, man.
so on the radio, Tad told me the other day, like, I thought you were in studio because your song was playing, and I was like, I wasn't there, bro. Like,
That's awesome.
I finally made it, you know. And that one, we'll do a deep dive. We have plenty of time.
Yeah.
Quickly, the meteorologist. Oh, this fog's getting clogged. Mine's getting cloudy. I'm in this to win this. So all y'all doubting, it's all in vain. Coming cumulonimbus to the rain cloud. Cause I'm about to rain, you know. And then there was the end line that's like Dad used to tell me when I was just a tot, life is difficult, but don't miss your shot. In my music, I hadn't really like given my family a shout out, especially because like me and my dad are very similar, and we have the most in common, so we butt heads the most. I wanted to give him like a quick shout out, like, Dad, I know we fought a lot, but like the values you kind of taught me as a kid are kind of sticking. I'm hoping maybe it makes it sound arrogant right now, but you know, I'm trying to go after what I want, and yeah.
Yeah.
So those were the more superficial, like you can just look at them and understand what they mean.
Right.
Which is the first three. You can probably get that also with the rest of them, but there is more to it, and I'd love to tell you all about Unreachable, which should we just dive into
Let's
right
do
now?
it.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Unreachable. Unreachable, and you're here with us. Jordan, what do you think about that song?
It sucked. I'm just kidding. No, that I'd have to agree with Connor because we were talking off air. This is probably my favorite song on the
Oh
album.
man.
I think we can all agree on that, right? This is the best one.
They need to play this song at like SCU dances. They need to.
Is this a good dance one too? Like
I don't know if it's a good
Stay
vibe. Square dance.
Oh man. I want my song to get popular. Like this to the point where people are square dancing to it. I'm out. No way.
Okay, yeah.
Thoughts, questions about that? That's the one I mostly want to deep dive into. So anything.
Like where, like, how did the songwriting come to be in this one?
Ooh, that is a great question. Okay, so a lot of the times Trevor will start a track and he'll just have like 4 things in it. You know, he'll have a little guitar, he'll have a beat, and then he'll have some sing.
Okay.
Right? That's all he has.
Yeah.
And what he'll do is he'll name it and then move on.
Okay.
And then he'll do something else, right? And it kind of works out fantastic because Trevor like puts something good together, and then I experiment with it, and then I send it back to him, and he experiments with it, and then basically we're just like throwing ideas, seeing what sticks, and then moving up. What happened with this one though is Trevor named this song Unreachable. The track that didn't have any lyrics or anything else in it, right? He just named it Unreachable. Over time, Logan, I guess, is just very easily influenced.
Yeah.
Because I saw that and I totally ran with it, and I was like, I'm gonna make this song about being unable to reach someone, you know. And Trevor was originally just like, I just name it. We had other songs like Summer Days wasn't originally called Summer Days. Actually, it might have been. I might be full of crap. That might have been Summer Days, but like intro wasn't named that. Dang, brain one. Dude, maybe most of my songs I name, and then I just, because they're named that, I build around it. Like,
wow, that's creative.
yeah, I don't know.
That's super creative.
Because Unreachable, I definitely just started with the name, and then I built some lyrics. And you hear that rap verse. We didn't know if we wanted to make this song a singing song or a rap song. And Trevor wanted it to be singing, and I wanted it to be rap. Because I had a whole bunch of lyrics lined up to be perfect with Unreachable. I even have them. I have 2 verses of bars. But Trevor's like, I love you, Logan, but like I need you to respect, I really want this to be a singing song. And I said, Trevor, I trust you, let's do it, okay? And he ended up giving me a little spot to have that bridge. And I'll say a big inspiration that I use for this song, just for my rap part, was Payphone by Maroon 5 and Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah.
I love Wiz Khalifa's verse. Like,
it's
like
good.
it just works so well in the context of the song. And not even the lyric, not all of them match the song, but it's just like the vibe, and then all of a sudden like it's ending and going back into the chorus. Like, I love that. I'm not sure. Will you guys inform me? What do you guys think this song is about? In addition to just being like a song of a girl out of reach, did you guys get any imagery? Like, there's no right or wrong answers, but.
So that's what I've always thought the song was about like a girl and like she's unreachable. Like that's what I've always gotten out of it.
Yeah, Jordan.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I don't actually listen to lyrics when I'm listening to music.
Okay.
I just like absorb the overall sound and not like actually process what's being said, unless I'm like trying to intentionally, you know. But
no, that makes sense. You're just enjoying the vibes. You don't have to, taint it with what you're thinking about. Spoiler. I don't know if it's good to just like spoon feed what it's about, but I says because Trevor has like a really good voice. Like, not that he's fantastic at singing, but just the way that it fits in the song, like it's almost like just kind of soothing.
Yeah.
You know? So he says, launched from my station, breaking apart. I'm like a spaceship headed to Mars. I don't know what I'll find there, or if I'll start to wander the untouched planets afar. I'm all alone, drifting somewhere I will never know. Like stars, we're in Apastron. Our sun is setting, so we're moving on. Okay?
Okay.
So what we were going for as far as imagery is we wanted something very space-oriented.
Yeah, and I can kind of feel that with like the sounds a little bit. Like it sounds spacey.
I think that's where it came from. Is that, like the sounds are like, this sounds like almost out of this world, right?
Yeah.
This sounds like unearthly. So let's make it about. And I don't know if this was while we were making or afterwards, but you guys seen the music video for "Turning Out" by AJR?
Yes.
Yes.
I have not.
It's basically this dude on the moon in love with this chick, and then she slowly finds out, and then he drifts off into space.
Oh.
And it's super emotional, but ends up she comes after him. Like they're both abandoned their spaceship, so they're gonna die together.
Mhm.
But they're like holding hands, drifting off into space.
Huh.
Anyway, it's so cute, but like this kind of thought process is more like, what if she didn't? You know, like what if you
Yeah.
didn't reach each other? You know.
Yeah.
So you have all of the like celestial beings or objects, you know, Mars, space station, spaceship, planets. The one term, Apastron. Have you guys ever heard of that before?
I have not.
No.
Apastron. Okay, I really wanted like people to look into these lyrics a little bit more, but I totally understand that people are like Jordan and just like, yeah, I like this vibe.
Cool vibe, bro.
Yeah, Apastron. I'm gonna Google it really quick. The point in the orbit of one star of a binary where it is the farthest from the other.
Okay.
Like stars, we're in Apastron, right?
Okay.
So it's like we were in orbit. At one point, we were together. Now we're as far separate,
Oh, wow.
as far as
Dang.
possible from each other as we could
Dang.
possibly be.
Wow.
Which gosh, it's just so subtly put in there, but it's like, that's such a good term to describe a relationship, you know?
Yeah.
If you break up with someone, you could be in the same room, but you guys are in different galaxies,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Right. So, we had another one of those in the second verse, but one thing I really liked is in these choruses, the choruses are all similar, but they progress. So the first one is, I'll stay away, haunted by you every day. I'm the same, you're the same, and I don't know who to blame. I could always count on you when falling apart. All the things you'd want to say to me, but don't know where to start. Okay? So it's like me reacting to you. Okay? The second verse is, you'll stay away, haunted by me every day. Stay away, haunted by me every day. You're the same, I'm the same, and you don't, and you don't know who to blame. You could always count on me when falling apart. All the things I'd want to say to you, but don't know where to start. So it just switches it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of see that as more of like legitimizing the other person in the relationship. It's not, this isn't it's your fault. It's like, we drifted apart, and I don't know where to point the finger. I don't know what happened, you know? We both don't. Why did we fall apart?
Right.
This is just the first verse. Anyway, the second verse is,
So when you were explaining the lyrics just now, I kind of had like what you were wanting to put in people's heads. I think was like this image of like the solar system kind of off in the distance. You got, you know, like the I don't know if you guys have seen it, like the poster of like
I've seen
the
it.
sun and
I've
like all
seen
the
it.
planets
Yeah.
and the orbits and
Yeah.
stuff. But you know,
Yeah.
kind of like that maybe.
I think so. And I think like somewhere, I don't know if it's supposed to represent that like you're an astronaut lost in that, or if you are like the little planet that's, you know, you're like Pluto that got abandoned by all the other planets. You know?
Yeah.
Guys, that's embarrassing, but I don't have the lyrics in front of me. But second verse basically says something similar, and they have another term. It's not apastron. alone, shooting star. Oh, I will say the second verse is, since the second chorus is more talking about like her experience, the second verse is talking about like building her up, kind of.
Okay.
We're drifting places we will or you will never know. We're both alone. You're a shooting star, right? So it's like still using, I don't know what exactly we're supposed to both represent, but we know that this chick is fantastic, right? People make dreams upon her, but she slipped out. And actually, now that I think of it, I think a lot of the lyrics came from Trevor getting his heart hurt in a relationship. And I think what it was is, this is actually funny because I've had a lot of my friends that I've had relationships, and then they end bad. And I don't write bad about my relationships because most of the time I'm the one messing them up. Let's be real. But when Trevor and my buddy Skylar had them, I wrote about them and I was like, put myself in their shoes, you know. So a lot of these lyrics, Trevor obviously added his take on it, but I was like, dude, you're telling me how you feel. This is like how I would artistically articulate that, you know. And then after my verse, can I? Do you guys want me to? Can I perform it for you?
Yeah,
really quick?
do it. Do it.
Just say it. All right. Let me find it. Oh, I don't need it. It's Is this
Can you
slide?
see it? Yeah,
Is this-
yeah.
So it goes. Yeah, I was thinking about us. I was thinking about trust and the fact that you betrayed both of them. Ripping my heart to shreds. I'm not good at pretend. Learning my lesson and hoping for better. Young and naive, I chose to believe that you wouldn't leave. Thought you had me forever, but so many blessings and curses, expressing so many verses. Girl, you had me at hello. I didn't expect perfect. Turns out that you're a serpent to let you in the attic. Should have said hell no. I thought of you as the end goal, but you were just so unreachable.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Breaking that down, the song that we say unreachable, right? So it's like mostly it's just like the essence of the song, but that's the only time we actually say. Actually, we say it twice. The other time is in the outro, where I say you're unreachable.
Yeah.
I was thinking about us. I was thinking about trust. Right? Trust is fundamental for a relationship. In fact, you betrayed both of them. You betrayed me, and you betrayed the relationship we had. Right? About us, about trust. In fact, ripping my heart to shreds. That's a good imagery, right? Ripping my heart to shreds. I'm no good at pretend, so I try to put up a front, but I'm not good at it. You can tell there's something wrong with me. Learning my lesson and hoping for better. Most of the time, that's what we do after a relationship. Learning my lesson and hoping for better. Young and naive, I chose to believe that you wouldn't leave. Right? Once we get in a relationship, you're like, I can't wait for this to be forever. And then all of a sudden, it's like, nah, it's not going to be forever. You're young and dumb. You're naive, I chose to believe that you wouldn't leave, but I had you forever. But so many blessings and curses. It's a blessing to be in a relationship, but it's a curse when it ends, right? Because all those good memories turn into what could have been.
Right.
Blessing and curses. Expressing so many verses, girl. You had me at hello right from the start. You had me. I didn't expect perfect. Turns out that you're a serpent. This is my tying back into Snakes in the Attic. Turns out that you're a serpent. To let you in my attic, I should have said hell no. Right? So, as far as answering the question of what does the band name mean?
Yeah.
I don't know 100%. I have an idea, and I hope you guys have an idea too. Maybe it's more like 21 Pilots with their kitchen sink. I know, but I want other people to find out too, right? And you can have snakes representing like unusual bad, or girls can be like snakes behind each other's back, maybe it's something like that. And maybe I let a girl into my head that I shouldn't have.
Right.
I thought of you as the end goal. I thought you were gonna be, my happily ever after. But you were just so unreachable. I couldn't get to you, So I don't know. I think I love this song. I love the essence. I love the music. But I think that sums up like really well. Like we have what we wanted we wanted three verses and choruses to be very articulate and beautiful imagery, and that's what we were going for with the solar system.
Right.
And then the bridge, we wanted Logan to come in and say, okay, now that the flattery and like all the beautiful imagery is over, this is how I'm feeling. Like, screw you, like you hurt me. Anyway, I've rambled a lot.
And then you just go off and wandering.
Then I go off and wander, bro. You set me up perfect. Wandering actually probably could be like a sequel or tied into Unreachable. Should we just play it?
Let's play it.
Yeah?
Let's play it.
Dude, time is flying. It's 7:52. Thanks for tuning in. This is Wandering. Be back in a minute. Thunder 91, that was Wandering. I hope you wandered in to join us today. Right now it is currently 7:56 on Thursday the 7th, which is just under a week, actually technically 2 weeks, until Snakes in the Attic EP's 2-year birthday. And I've really enjoyed doing this. We're going to definitely talk about it, and hopefully you've been able to stick around, but Connor brings up a great point, and he said something that compares Wandering and Unreachable that I hadn't really thought about before. What was it you were saying?
Oh, what was it? Like it's a good follow-up to Unreachable. Like the message is like this. It's similar to Unreachable. It's like the aftermath of what happened to Unreachable, kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is a great way of putting it. I've probably thought of it subconsciously before, but I think you're right. It's like a sequel to it, huh?
Yeah.
Unreachable is like, I wish I could have reached you,
Right.
but I couldn't. And Wandering is like, now what? You know? Now what do I do?
Yeah.
Just walking around, bro. We're just clueless. Jordan, your thoughts, man?
So, I think I actually like this as much as Unreachable. And for me at least, it has a more polished sound.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. And I kind of like music that's a little bit slower and has this kind of like a funky sound to it. So I may like it actually more than Unreachable.
Wow.
Unreachable a little bit.
Really?
So is this your favorite song then on the EP?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're both good.
Yeah.
Great. Your opinion hasn't changed. You still.
I like Unreachable the best, but this one is probably, I mean, it's a close second or a close third, Wandering. Like, I think the message is super important, and, like, you can clearly hear it, because, like, I feel like it's, like, one of the more, like, quieter, like, instrumental tracks, because you can, like, hear what you guys are trying to say.
Right. That's a great point. I really appreciate that, guys.
Yeah.
I'd probably agree with you. I'd probably put Unreachable and Wandering right up there on top.
Yeah.
I'd probably still put Unreachable as number one, probably Wandering in second. The rest, I mean, let's be honest. Unreachable, Wandering, intro, probably Rain, Summer Days. Yeah?
Yeah.
You don't like Summer Days? Okay, you like it the least.
Summer Days.
It's not I don't like it, it's all my singing, and it's just trash, bro. Like, it's not horrible, but like, okay, you guys want to hear the funny story of why Summer Days is the way it is?
Yeah.
Yes.
We really, really wanted to release our album on 420.
420.
Yeah.
Genuinely, that's what it was. We wanted to release it on 420 so bad that, like, I just did, like, some quick, these were probably, like, days before we released the album.
Oh,
I went
wow.
through and was like, and you can even tell, like, the music volume is different from verse to verse. It's embarrassing, but, like, guys, we did it. We dropped it on 420. So,
Good luck.
every year its birthday is on 420. And,
420.
I mean, I'm happy. You know, I'm not mad at that.
It's a good omen.
Exactly, and it was worth it. It was worth it. Plus, I don't know if we would have gotten it out, like, it could have been another month or two. Maybe it would have been May 4th, just would have been Star Wars Day. But, guys, thanks for tuning in. It is 8 o'clock. This has been, the deep dive of Snakes in the Attic.
It's been great.
We talked a lot about lyrics. We talked about overall feels. We talked about the music. We talked about being a beginner, and that's okay. But we also, we had some stuff that hopefully you enjoyed listening with us, and you'd probably throw on. Hopefully. Any closing messages you guys want to send our listeners off with?
Yeah, thanks guys for listening. I hope you guys learned more about the band Snakes in the Attic, and
Tune in next week.
yeah, tune in next
Tune in
week. We'll
next
be
week.
back same time, 7 to 8 o'clock next Thursday.
What do you guys think? AJR?
AJR,
Yeah, I'm down.
John Bellion.
BTS.
We'll
Stay tuned.
Yeah,
So
it'll be
any
a
of those,
surprise.
We love them. We
It'll
love
be a
them
surprise.
all. AJR, John Bellion, NF, anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
This was a more personal one. Snakes in the Attic is a good step away from
Yeah.
doing 21 Pilots, but we love them both so much, and it's been a pleasure. What do we send them off with? We send them with
A banger.
a banger. Ooh, that's a good question. What's a good banger? I think some Macklemore. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do Macklemore.
It's Downtown.
Heck yeah.
That's what we go
Downtown.
with. Yeah.
Yeah.
Downtown.
All right.
Thunder 91, and we'll see ya.
See ya.
Downtown. Thunder 91, this is DJ Logan Stewart coming at you on a Thursday. It is 7:05 right now. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, joined by the wonderful Connor and Jordan. Also, I didn't notice, Jordan, did you get a haircut?
I did not.
You didn't?
No.
You just wear a hat so often, I didn't see what your hair looked like.
I need a haircut, but
Hey, it looks good
It looks
either
good.
way, bro.
Thank you.
Don't
Thank you.
sweat it. Anyway, that was Jordan, Connor.
It's good to be back. It's
Me
been
and-
forever.
Yeah, I feel like it's been a week
Yeah.
almost. I don't know.
Crazy.
Yeah, me and Connor actually saw each other earlier today. We're going to an event, but it was so windy. I took off.
Yeah.
So,
Up on the hill.
They had a little barbecue thing going, but every time SU says barbecue, it just means hot dogs. Like,
Yeah.
come on,
That's fair.
right? Love our school. Got some good school
Yeah, but
spirit
they
going
need
on.
to they need to go like all in for barbecue.
Exactly. You can't say barbecue and put a picture of a pig if you're just gonna be serving
Well,
Hot dogs and
the
buns.
hot dog does come from the pig.
You're right. It's the butthole and lips.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
Anything that you can't normally eat and mark it, you make it into a hot dog.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know if we're allowed to say that word on the air, but all right. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. We're just gonna start off today. We have no particular artist that we're gonna be breaking down. We're open to requests. If you want to call in, number is 435-586-7975, and you can give us a call and request a song for us to play, and then we'll break it down. But for now, we're gonna play some of our favorite artists, and then talk about the specifics, or maybe not even like give insight, like that we've studied, but mostly just talk about it and talk about what it represents for the artist, and what it is as a song. Anyway, this is Just Like You by NF. Thanks for tuning in.
Just like you. I get up, I get
Forgot
down.
auto was
and
on,
I'm drunk.
guys. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Alright, we can break down both of them. That's fine. Sorry, dude. Thunder 91. There's millions of us just like you, and I hope you've turned in for a bang. This is DJ Logan Stewart with Connor Gentry and Jordan Hansen, and we're coming back at you, trying to break down some music and talk about it. We had two good songs, just barely. Just Like You by NF, I think we'll talk about that one, but then we also had Bang by AJR, which we just outroed with. Connor, how long have you been an NF fan?
I've been an NF fan since probably late 2015 or 2016. Yeah,
Bro,
so
that's-
it's been a while.
Yeah, that's 7 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Tell me a little bit about his sound now versus his sound back then.
I feel like NF has grown a lot as an artist. I feel like, of course, first off, he was like exploring like musically. I mean, I think he knew what he wanted to talk about, like like his personal stuff. He still talks about that still now. Which is still similar.
Mm.
Like I feel like the instrumentals and like the music is different now, and like
Mm.
his music is really good at like making like movie type songs, like
Good
rap
point.
songs and like a movie like instrumental.
Right.
song.
Right, and even from like the music video of Wake Up, which was
Yeah.
on either his first or second
It was
album.
his first album.
I think you're right. I think it was his first album, Mansion, wasn't it?
Mhm.
Still one of my favorite NF
Yeah.
songs, even as far as he's come. But he made a music video for that, and dude, he was like, I feel like I directed a movie, like
Yeah.
with the way the lyrics. I will say a lot of the time music videos, it's kind of like they had a really good song, and then they're like, hey, I have this weird idea for a 4-minute ad of me doing cool stuff with women, you know? It's like that's their idea for it, but well, NF's vision for that one, it turned out really cool and really hit. Jordan, tell me a little bit about your experience with NF or
So,
go ahead.
I haven't listened to him as long as you, Connor, but I don't know, probably I'd say at least maybe 2018 is when I first was like, yeah, this is pretty good stuff.
So when let you down?
Yes.
Let you down.
When he was coming on the radio, is that when you like first
yeah,
started?
basically, because I was hearing all this stuff and I'm like, who is this guy? And I looked him up. I'm like, oh, he's actually cool because I like rap, but I like clean rap.
Agreed.
And that's very hard to find.
Absolutely.
And his rap is clean, but it's also it's not cheesy. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of like clean raps, but they're like not like it's not
like
a real
means
rap,
something.
you know?
Like
Yeah.
everyone can
Yeah.
relate to like his messages he says.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You have two ends of that, or two sides to that coin. You have Eminem on one side, you know, fantastic rapper, and has changed the industry as a whole.
Just cusses all the
But then
time.
he swears so much,
Yeah.
and parents can't get
Yeah.
behind it, and you know, and then you have Froggy Fresh, who is clean, but
a little too clean.
it's too clean, and you're like, I can't listen to this, or else everyone's gonna make fun of me, and I'm gonna make fun of me, because what is this, you know? He's actually come a long way, no disrespect to Froggy Fresh, but you're right, he definitely threads that needle, and I think he does really well. He doesn't compromise his standards, and he doesn't compromise the music standard, right?
Yeah,
He
no,
still
not at
drops
all.
very fire beats, he
Yeah.
has really good, like with the lyrics that he spits on it, yeah, I think when I got into NF, it was actually one of the camp counselors, like my director up at camp, and he was like, yo, there's this Christian rapper, because NF started as a Christian rapper, and then he worked his way into being, you know, he didn't like the title because he felt like it confined him, he just wanted to be a rapper, and then after that he just wants to be him, you know, he just wants to be Nate.
Yeah.
But I think this song, just like you, the one we just listened to, really hits on the head. He felt very alone. Like even one of his first songs before he made an album was called Alone with Tommy Prophet, and it's a really good song. I recommend checking it out. But it talks about how he struggled with feeling lonely his entire life, you know, and Let You Down, the music video, we get to see the strained relationship he has with his dad. His mom's not there because she overdosed. Kind of a tragic backstory, you know. But this one, I think I would say, you talked a little bit about how his music's changed. One thing I would say is he sounds confident, right?
Oh yeah.
It's not that he was insecure back in the day. I mean, he still has insecurities, but he thrives on them.
Right.
I would say he's very secure in the way his music sounds and what he's giving out, that he's willing to, you know, run with it a little bit more and create something like this, and I love it.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Anyway, NF, Nate Firestein. Isn't that such a cool name?
Yeah.
It really is.
He's great. But we're gonna do a quick switch and talk about Bang for a second. Have you guys seen the what's it called? One Spectacular Night live stream?
I have
not.
Or at least clips. Okay, there's a video I'll have to show you afterwards. But basically, it shows how they made this song, and it's fantastic. You know, like I think it's beautiful seeing the end result and how fantastic it is. But there's also so much beauty in just watching them create and seeing the light go off in their head. You know, for this one, they heard a knock at the door.
Huh.
Somebody knocked, and they didn't care who was at the door. They were just like, I like that sound. So they used it, and they pitched it up, and had some snares, and they pitched it down, and had some hi-hats, or some, you know, some tom drums.
Yeah.
Anyway, used that to lay a beat, and then, after the rest of the mixing magic, you know the voice in it? And it goes, here we go.
Yeah.
They heard that guy's voice on a subway train in
Whoa.
New York.
Wow.
And they heard it, and they were like, I wonder if we could get his voice in our song. Turned out he was a fan. They reached out to him, and he gave them more voice samples than they were expecting.
Wow.
So that's why they have the metronome and the, not just the here we go, but the here we go, you know?
Here we go.
Yes, that one. There you go. That's
Here we
the-
go.
Here we go. Anyway, It's just so cool, and I think we'll talk about it more as the hour goes on, of just using regular things and incorporating them into your creation process, right? Like all I heard was a knock on the door. They have another song, what was inspired by them playing Wii tennis, inspired by them dropping their keys. That was it, you know? So inspiration can come from the most random things, and hopefully we might be able to offer you some of that, you know, just so you can spice up the mundane a little bit. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. We'll be back after maybe a song or two, but due to Connor's request, here's some John Bellion.
Oh yeah.
No opposition, Thunder 91. Thunder 91, that was All Time Low by John Bellion and Travis Mendez. John Bellion tries to incorporate a lot of his friends that he's bringing with him, trying to propel them to stardom as well. In some of his other songs, he has Black Keys, which is one of my favorite rappers. He's so good. He's in Weight of the World. He's in Preoccupied, which are both songs by John Bellion. He has his own albums. My favorite single of his is called Babylon. I'd recommend checking them out. But back to John. That was John Bellion, and in the making of that song, John was I think he was just at an Airbnb, or he was just on tour with some of his friends, and he worked backwards with that song. He started with the idea of low, right?
Oh, wow.
And he just worked backwards from there. So he started with the low, 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 and he just trying to mumble his way through it, you know, and he's just trying to get his creative juices flowing, and then all of a sudden he got the low, 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 low. So he had that, and he's like, okay, so that's gonna be my chorus. Now what do I work around that, you know? And he drew from inspiration from Billy Joel. He drew, I mean, you can tell that in the lyrics. Obviously he used Kanye, which is, whatever your opinion of him, he's a fantastic MC. He's really good at that whole thing. But yeah, that was All Time Low, John Bellion. Connor, Jordan, you guys have any thoughts?
It's just a great song. Great artist. My favorite all-time song from him is what's it called? I forgot what it's called.
Guillotine?
No.
No, is it from Human Condition?
I think so.
From the album?
Run Wild.
Oh, dude, that's from
Run
the
Wild's my favorite.
Love that song, bro.
Yeah.
We should play that. Soon. Jordan?
So the little, I don't know what you're supposed to call it, the little riff, you know, the little what you were doing.
That melody.
That is the kind of thing that gets stuck in your head forever.
Yeah.
And you don't know why or where it's from. Yeah.
And even you can hear the song once, and all of a sudden that earworm is just there, and you're like, na 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 na. And I think that's why he makes it that way, because he just mumbles it until it's like something he'd want to hum along with, right?
Yeah, no, exactly.
John Bellion in Run Wild, you hear the oh whoa now you wanna run. He's fantastic at incorporating his voice as instruments, and there's even a 20-minute video on YouTube explaining how he does that. He does that in lots of his songs. He uses him and Ryan Carabeo, which is another artist that we're gonna bring up in a minute. They both have songs that sound like they have weird breathing in them. Yeah. Maybe I Don't Know starts with whoa whoa whoa. I can't even make it, you know. But Ryan has a song like that too. We'll be showing more of him. He's another really good one. I hate some emotional strings, but we're actually gonna bring some Nickelback on. I'm gonna be honest, I don't listen to much of Nickelback.
I don't either. No.
Yeah, this is recommended by my Aunt Sandra. Shout out to Sandra and Alex. Thanks so much for tuning in. We haven't heard this song, so we'll probably maybe play a review afterwards and say what we were thinking, but she says it fits the theme. And this song is called Saving Me. So thanks for tuning in. This is Saving Me. That was Saving Me by Nickelback. I really like that song.
I did too.
It's good.
Connor, who were you comparing him to? Or you said people compared them to in the 2000s.
Oh, Imagine Dragons.
Yeah, I didn't really see that. Maybe it depends on the song.
Well, I saw some YouTube video of this guy who's not a big fan of Nickelback or Imagine Dragons, and he like compared the two because he just doesn't like them. I guess.
Oh, that's okay. So it's all negative. I can understand like the hate for both of them, but at the same time, I don't think it's warranted. Like I can see
Yeah.
where they're coming from,
Yeah.
but I mean they're both talented people or
Yeah.
talented bands, you know. And then maybe we're in the spotlight, like maybe longer than they should have been.
Yeah.
Because I think Imagine Dragons still makes good stuff. I don't think
Oh,
it's
yeah.
as good as their old stuff.
Yeah.
But I think that song sounded more Linkin Park-ish.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I think Nickelback came slightly before. I'm not sure.
I think they did.
But yeah, I really love some Linkin Park. So what should we do? Should we do some Imagine Dragons or Linkin Park next?
Let's do Imagine Dragon first. Then
Okay.
Then Linkin Park.
Okay,
Yeah.
sounds perfect. Yeah, add like a little soft one in between and
Yeah.
we'll build back up. Hey, thanks Andrew and Alex for that recommendation. It's Thunder 91 and this is Follow You by Imagine Dragons. Follow You, Imagine Dragons. That's a pretty pop, surface level song when I first heard it. I kind of just assumed, this is where Imagine Dragons is going. This isn't necessarily a bad thing with 21 Pilots having their more pop-oriented album. I was okay with that.
Yeah.
I kind of like what they originally stood for, but they were alternative pop back in the day too. But this song was actually way deeper than I expected. I know the context for this song because in one of our classes for Comm 1560, there was a podcast called Song Exploder, and it's really cool. They deep dive and they have the artists really do most of the deep diving into their own songs. And the context for this one is that you guys know how Dan Reynolds is from Utah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Former LDS,
I think he served a mission too.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think he grew up in the faith, and then I guess his passion for music overtook his passion for gospel. That's a whole different thing, Brandon Urie, same thing happened.
Yeah.
But, getting off subject, this song is about his wife, right? And the context for this is he opened up on this podcast and said, we went to our divorce lawyer, and we were getting ready to sign papers, and then we just looked over at each other and just started bawling, and decided we're not going to do this. And he said it was almost like I took her out on a first date again. And
Wow.
we went
Dang.
afterwards, and we went and got some ice cream, and just talked and said maybe let's just start dating again. They're trying to find that magic again, and this is one of their more stripped down songs. I know it does have a lot of electronic sounds, but that's kind of the burden of the beast with Imagine Dragons. But
That's true.
this one is kind of more stripped down. He didn't do it in the studio. He had like a home studio. He just sang it into his microphone. And this is kind of an ode to his wife, saying, thanks for putting up with my crap, honey. Like, you are the light of my life, and I'll follow you way down wherever you may go. He's talking like, you have been there for me every time, and I love you, and I'm sorry I haven't showed that, but here's how I feel, and here's what I mean, And I think that's a really tender thing to do, Even like, I listen to a lot of sad, like romance songs. Most of the time it's like, what's that one kid's name? The Kid Leroy. And the kid's like hasn't even broke 20 yet. I think he's still a teenager, and he's like, love is stupid. I'm like, yeah, but you're young and stupid, like. Which so am I. That's the music I make, but whatever. But this is more of a mature one. This is very much a grown man with a family and a beautiful wife, and then he's coming to terms with, I need to make this work. I have to make this work, and I think that's really, really honorable.
Well, and I think it shows that he's serious about it if he's gonna make a song about it and release it.
Right. Right. That's what putting his heart on his sleeve and then saying, like, guys, look, this is like a testament, huh?
Yeah.
Great point. Yeah, go ahead.
Have you guys seen the music video for Follow You?
I haven't.
It's like it like doesn't even like belong in like the story context what you were just saying.
Really?
They're just singing and like this girl's like walking up with like her boyfriend or whatever, and she's like, my favorite band, Imagine Dragons. Like
Oh
I have a
my.
crush on Dan Reynolds, and then like they come out singing with like their shirts off, and
Oh my.
it's like so random.
See, that's what I was talking about. Like, even Imagine Dragons can make some that like hit it on its head and match the tone, but most artists are just like, here's our cool song and let's put whatever we want. Like, it doesn't have to match at all. Let's just throw it on. I will say, Radioactive's music video
Oh yeah, I've seen
is
that.
imprinted in my brain.
That's
Like,
good.
I can never forget that. I like, it doesn't make any sense.
No.
But at the same time, yes, like that is exactly what I needed to see. I needed to see a little pink stuffed animal take on the monster purple stuffed animal.
Mhm.
Like that's what I needed to see. You know, I don't know why. I don't know why I needed to see that, but that's
It's almost like somebody had a dream about that, and then they're like,
Yeah, and
let's
they
make
put
this the
it-
video.
that's a great point. Someone's like listening to Radioactive and then like,
Could you imagine?
No.
Yeah, literally.
Could you imagine?
yo, hear me out, guys. What if there was a cartel? And oh yeah, okay. And they fought, and we had a whole bunch of people gambling on it. The person was like, that's a really good idea, bro. Let's do that. Let's do that. You know, Connor, take it away.
Yeah, could you imagine like putting like the worst dream that you've ever had, or like one of the memorable dreams that you've ever had, and put it in like a music video, like for one of your songs? Like,
That'd
could
Depends
you
on
that'd
what
be
dream,
crazy.
bro. Some
Like-
of these dreams, bro. I remember I like woke up the other day screaming.
Oh my
Like I
god.
roll over, like ah! Oh, okay. I'm still in bed. I'm alive. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Okay, you know.
Yeah, like I had a dream recently where like I got married to someone. I don't know who it was.
That could be a good dream. Just make that reality, bro. If she a baddie? I mean, if you can't remember her, maybe not. You
I mean, I
know?
think it was a fake. I don't know who. it
You were
was.
marrying a fake woman. Connor.
Marriage.
You know that can't
I
work
don't
out
know who
long
it
term.
was.
What does Taylor Swift say? Boys only want love, it's torture. They can't torture you.
Yeah.
They're just a mannequin.
Oh,
Man, we're
gosh. I
treading a
don't-
fine line of weird, aren't we?
I don't know where that's
Little
going.
Anyway, at least we can feel something, you know?
Right.
Unlike this next song. Is that a
Isn't-
good transition?
Numb.
Ooh, no.
Yeah.
By Linkin Park. Take it away, Chester.
All right, guys. So rest in peace, Chester Bennington. But I remember, like a month, or when he passed away, like a month before I served in my LDS mission, is when he passed away in like late July of 2017. All I was listening to for like the final month before my mission was Linkin Park, and it's great stuff. Like I was a fan of them before he passed away, but I didn't like follow like everything they did, you know. But and then like after he passed away, I was like really more like interested in Linkin Park and like the
Right.
music that they made.
Right. Yeah. Rest in peace. We love Chester. We love his voice. We love the energy he brings. And it's interesting to look back and see some parallels between bands. We had first we had Kurt Cobain, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure which came first, Kurt Cobain or Robin Williams, but Kurt Cobain starts the music one, right?
Right.
Kurt Cobain passed away, and that was Nirvana, right?
Mm-hmm.
And left a huge hole in society's heart, and may he rest in peace as well. And then came, I think it was David Grohl, who
Yeah.
was the original drummer.
I think he was.
Drummer or bassist? I think he was the drummer.
Drummer.
David Grohl was the drummer for Nirvana. And then after a couple of years, I think, of not being able to create music because it was just so painful to just be reminded of his friend that he lost, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You finally realize, you know, this is what I was born to do. This is what I need to do to creatively outlet it. So then David Grohl went on and made the band Foo Fighters.
Yes.
And I think it was his first album in Foo Fighters. He actually was the vocals on it,
Okay.
which wasn't as great because he was not the lead singer and obviously can't hold a candle to Kurt. But he ended up going on and still making some great stuff. And fast forward Chester Bennington passes away, and then his right hand man, what's his name? I can't think of it right now. It'll come back to me, but it's
The rap guy?
yeah, the guy that does the rap.
Yeah,
I can't think
what's
of
his
it.
name?
I love him. He made the band.
Yeah, the other band. What's it called?
I can't remember.
Fort Minor is
Yeah.
the band. It's called Fort Minor. He made the album Rising Tide. But I can't think of his name, and that's gonna kill me. Anyway, we'll think of it and I'll get back to him. He's like some Oriental guy. Like he's got some Asian ancestry, and he has a song that talks about like how Japanese were treated in World War II. It's called Kenji, but I can't think of his name. Okay, we'll get back to you on that. I'm sure you've heard. Dude, you know what's so ironic?
Huh.
His #1 song is called "Remember the Name."
Oh,
Oh yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
You know the
10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated
Yes.
power of will.
that's Fort Minor,
No way.
but I can't think of his name. I can't remember. This is so ironic.
It's
'Cause
the Fort,
everyone's
the Fort Minor guy.
exactly everyone's heard that song, but no one can remember
Look
his
it up.
name. You know, we'll figure it
Yeah,
out.
that's his name.
I
You
think
know what kind of scares me though, and
Hmm.
I think I hope we never see it, is the parallels between 21 Pilots and these previous bands.
Yes.
Yeah.
Obviously, 21 Pilots took heavy inspiration from both bands,
Oh,
Nirvana, and Linkin Park.
I was thinking, like, I wonder if, you know the song Neon Gravestones?
I was just gonna go there.
So
Go for
I
it.
wonder if Tyler was talking a little. I wonder if like Chester's death had a little bit to do with that songwriting process.
Oh, I'm sure, because he talks about,
It almost sounds like a Linkin Park song too, a little bit, kind of.
definitely more toned back. Most of Chester's vocals are very like
Heavy,
in your face
yeah.
and extreme, and obviously Tyler has some like that too. But yeah, Gravestones is kind of much more of like a subtle somber because that's
Oh,
what
yeah.
it is. That's
Yeah,
the topic,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's talking about I'll mourn for a kid but won't cry for a king.
Right.
You know, he's talking about like you have people that are that high, and he's
Mhm.
not disrespecting them, but he's also saying don't give them too much attention and credit because they've done that.
Yeah.
Which I guess we're kind of failing the
Mhm.
point right there, you know, because we're talking about them. But I still think it's worth talking about because 21 Pilots, Tyler Joseph says, you know, if I lose to myself, don't mourn for a day and move on to someone else, which is kind of like I wouldn't say self-pitying, but more like the opposite of self-aggrandizement, you know, he's just like,
Yeah.
hurry and move on past me and go to the next person, which no one's gonna do that, right?
No.
I think he recognizes that, but he's also saying, don't make me a martyrdom. Like, when people fantasize about suicide or stuff like that, they often think about Robin Williams or Kurt Cobain or, heck, a lot of stars have passed away like that.
Right.
Well, and I think maybe he's going for like dramatic lyrics, if you know what I mean. Like he could be like kind of like what you were saying, like that is actually how he feels, but maybe not. I mean, I don't know. I would like to know.
I think you're right with the dramatic part. I think he means them, but I also think he's trying to inflate it to be like, you can't forget this, you know?
Right,
yeah.
Don't forget the message is stay alive, friends, respect your elders because they survived, you know, these hard times.
Yeah. Have any of you guys heard Heavy by Linkin Park? It's on their last album, One More Light.
I'm sure I have.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm sure I've heard it too.
Yeah,
but-
because in that song's deep. Like Chester's talking about like how he doesn't like really like him stuff right now, and like thinking of like ending. And that was just a few months before he actually did. So I would recommend like listening to that song like later on. It's deep.
Before we started doing specific artist dives, every air shift I would play All Apologies by Nirvana.
Yeah.
Which I would view as probably similar to
Oh,
Heavy,
yeah.
and it's like his goodbye song almost, you know. I love this song, and it's a good reminder of, you know, what happened, the tragedy, and the reason that we keep going. You know?
Right.
That pain doesn't go away when you're gone; it just gets transferred to other people and intensifies. So
It's like a disease.
yeah, it really is. And reach out, guys. I know that was a pretty somber topic, and I didn't expect it to go this way, you know. But
It's important to
maybe
talk
that's
about though.
that's like life, you don't expect it to go one way, and then you're down a rabbit hole, and sometimes you can't find your way back. So
Right.
reach out. We love you. We're thankful you're here. We're coming towards the end of the hour, but we're gonna play a couple more songs. This one's Third Eye Blind, and I think this is a good tone to follow with this discussion. How's it gonna be? Third Eye Blind, Thunder 91. Thanks for tuning in.
Floating in my spaceship, the view out the window looks wasted. A colorful oasis, I'm low on rocket fuel and I don't wanna waste it. Out in the bones, but the world might never know.
Thunder 91. That was Ryan Caraveo. My Head Gets Loud. Probably my favorite song by him, but I mean, he's got a lot of good ones.
Oh, yeah.
Connor, I just introduced Connor to him, and his favorite is.
Nutcase.
I recommend checking that one out. It's really good. That song actually is not a direct inspiration, but really helped me write Unreachable.
Oh, nice.
With the space-oriented. I don't want to sound like I copied him, but you know, the space-oriented, the soft sounding. That really spoke to me, and because of that, I really wanted to make something similar.
Wow.
His message was definitely more of a, you know, my head gets loud, obviously, right? But it's more of a tuning out those voices and still succeeding. While mine is, come on, girl, like, we could have made it work. We could have done better.
No, I can definitely see there's a little correlation between your song and this, but
Right.
they're also very different songs at the same
Exactly.
time.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm glad you guys see that too. Thunder 91, this has been DJ Logan Stewart with Connor Gentry and Jordan Hansen. We are so glad that you guys tune in and listen to us. Like Connor pointed out, we have a great ability through this medium to talk about, you know, honestly whatever we want.
Right.
We dink around a lot of the time and just joke and have a good one, but we can also, you know, talk about heavier subjects, and we can address things that are actually important, and we love that, and we hope that you enjoy it just as much as us. Thanks for tuning in. Anything else you guys want to say before we lead out?
Listen next week.
Yeah, come back next week. We'll be back. Also, Most Fun Friday tomorrow. Come out. I'll be at the hot air balloon activity in the morning.
There you go. Connor's going to be the man there,
Yeah.
so come check us out for Most Fun Friday. This is the song that I was telling you guys about earlier. This is the classic, the DJ Logan Stewart leading out song. And, well,